muntini ye Eugene ma somra ebia na nyame be wadoma monya team bia coach dachi na woni Enzo Maresca kushia at the same tactics na no bebo tini ye about 2 holding midfielders Caicedo and Romeo Lavia Chelsea for tactics na me chemu achemu no e chiro de enkan back for no de some de 2 holding midfielders no Chelsea jibo bia e was ekudi back ho back no so gia either say be call wings another be ma Cole Palmer TNU Caicedo ni Romeo Lavia no de obeji ball ni bia no either so obebo ama de obo number 7 and the obo number 11 so in the case of Enra no Madueke right Pedro Neto left it is a Chelsea ball now Romeo Lavia ni Moises Caicedo back no omo a odi kan hwe omo first either Cole Palmer or the 2 wingers now say core wingers no hwa number 7 number 11 no hwa now say wunnim now ma 2 and 3 no e kwto som kotake a omo de adwuma diu Chelsea for tactics no onya wadin say number 2 ebia Enra in the case of Enra ya bobol ama Pedro Neto 20 o Diogo Dalot kotake no na ball no o kwa o ho beda ho u be create space e ho ena Cole Palmer ene Senegal Jackson omo exploit it is space is now 2 and 3 ni be jato ho no e ho ena Chelsea de adwuma be diu no we ye den o meshaw tinra ye say wo boa ya chemo o je ball Cole Palmer je ball na ni gino ne ehwe no pass me ehwe so anya de be ko 2 be ko 7 and 11 o ko ho ani gina won ehwe o mo mfa mra na asa o ntimi fa nya hwe bi enti onya pass ball no ko wingers no ho na wo 2 ana wo 3 no ko take a obe free baby ya so gina no no space abeda ho bon se Cole Palmer mu hwehwia ho no ye bo pass to na Palmer fa pe edi ayemo ye bo pass to na Jackson fa pe edi ayo so nti za Chelsea na nzengo so mo sha ekudi obi ho anu opiam obi no abatum ekudi obi ho anu opiam obi no abatum because SAS spaces na mujato ho no Chelsea be exploiting it excellently nti the coaches ni nyina me kan kire mu ni Chelsea ko bo a ye bo pass man number 7 and number 11 na pe players from mom ko take uma 2 and 3 ne ko say king adwuma du Chelsea tactics na ma kire mu enwa na ma kire mu all right just by the way all right the governor on Imra now our last team VM be bo Champions League ochina and a Wednesday now for Europa League at twice on Thursday nzama for trap bet ni ade by so follow team news and Saturday trap bet ebia one when yes to say ebia Madrid ebese players how do when you two am so ebia no mo pira me example keke me can say Madrid players a pira there be me example entino tie stories our last day ba no na make your own deductions na conclusions na fe ever take your decisions our options ahodo abeko our selections no so but right mama simple cra all right so ye kwa confirm on nsem no Dominic Owusu anza our last day ye wi ani abafie a enne ye be hwe Ghana Premier League me no ka say Legon Cities near Young Apostles akense twato match day 9 match day 9 no akense twato ashase Legon Cities and Young Apostles gidi because Young Apostles for no money abre e no mo yade but Legon Cities for him say the win against Kotoko no so me chance say this one first I was say ne first one it was almost say Young Apostles and the fact say wetumi ahye Kotoko means say wo yere ho a wetumi asan hye Young Apostles and wo mu team and no mo dey call into this game enti ye be hwe de be si e was akense mu na fe de course Enra Asante Kotoko so far almost first defeat e wo fie Enra Bando Heart of Lions Bashir Hayford me see akense Enra before the match no e did the hun command Bashir Hayford ni di no say Bashiru Bashir Hayford Enra kudim kunim GFA atwetwe coaches ni bia so Bashir Hayford ka ho wonya 5 matches ban eno nsem wo ha ye de ba any other asotwe akokoso ne ade nyina no yɛde ne nyina ho nsɛm ɛba na yɛbɔ Champions League any Europa League yɛbɔ wie a weekend ɔmɛbɔ league matches ɔmbɔ wie pɛ yɛ breaking for the last international break of the year. International break etwa toɔ ɛwɔ afi mu no yɛbɛkɔ na eduru hɔ nom a Black Stars ebe regroup for 2 important games. Ghana ɛne Niger bɛbɔ na yakɔ akɔbɔ etia Angola ɛwɔ Maputo. Enti saa 2 matches yi no coach Otuado ahyɛ ase 2 anamo yɛsɛ ɔne Jordan Ayew akɔhyia deɛ nti nom kɔhyia nkɔmmɔ bɛ ne kɔɔ so ne nyinaa ɛbɛbɔ mo amaneɛ kɔtɔkɔ issue no ɛha amanfo paa ɛna yi frɛ me Big Osei Godfather ɛna ɛbɛfrɛ no amanfo issue so abrochefo no ɔmo wɔ nsɛm ɔmo wɔ how ɛnyɛ team no players ne coaches ne per se ɔmo wɔ how fa supporters ne bi esuban ho supporters ne bi nyɛ ɔmo nyinaa ebi mo esuban ho and yɛbɛ make time ne etietie amanfo so deɛ bibia ni a o deɛ no wasɛne WhatsApp message amae 0505 225578 0505 225578 ɛwɔ sɛ yɛkora yɛfrɛ ma wotumi ka wadwene kora no a yɛbɛfrɛ na bibia yɛ fine yɛfrɛ me Kanu zamra kɔpem 10 pm Royal Sports edi kan ɛwɔ na wotwi mu says Candy Awal Dimonza ɛna the governor Kofi Labi wɔn nyinaa ayɛ crowd sikapa ɛne Eugene Maradona wɔn nso bɔ akyi dɔm ɛna dwumadie yɛde ɛba samra kɔpem 10 stories efiri amanone ɛne stories ɛwɔ fie ɛne akambo mu yɛde brɛ mu no nso abɔ apa nsima dui yɛbɛfa wa last na wama yɛ updates ni nyinaa mrepam abudwafo bɛba ne yɛwurawura nsɛm ne mu enti o hwɛ wɔ Facebook a ɛbɛtɔ betumi de comments aba o tro comments wɔ hɔ ɛbɛkan mo a mo hwɛ ɛwɔ YouTube Otec Sports no so wɔ YouTube so betumi ayɛ the same ana abɛsɔ send yɛ WhatsApp message a misi number no so biem 0505 225578 0505 225578 yɛkɔ na walasti ɛde atu
I say what charge kaba the two na fe no what poma chesene dia som no oh hawa eno so poma ten etimi jijima de bia no eno so timi koe bem ebeboa amane mane nyina eno so atimi akoso enti the fear some three if Dr. Eben ho na chesene na nwumere no me de tu yase bia nso betimi akoe enti bowram ba bia tonton ro bia me ba cho obenya enro ne be enso atimi atona fe no watimi apoma ten ano no mane kama Dr. Eben chese no na da ebene jaba consultant no omo ana de hepa plus puffy and plasmax no edi aba ebia ne capsule ne nso no eno nso ho enti bi na bobo ompe nso na capsule sanso no ana ompe capsule nso no eno nso ho a obetimi anono ma bebi anso no etimi akoye kama ya no hye nso na chesa onso watimi afen our numbers amade baba to dwai so 0542 778 572 0542 778 572 and that's 0542 807 907 0542 807 907 ano aye chese de fearsome 3 ena na nwumere no make come some nyina ade a kire no wakokonya ne saa ne chese wato aduro no o bomwaden na fe udin supa ensom anonom de omne se ena nwumere sa wo temi nka aye vena mineral water ena make come for ade ama enso we no aye krogen sa wo nam traffic mo na awia na bo ne chese ompensu papa bi ensom atemi anoma ne chese aye vena mineral water me ba chonom chilled one esansa no kukukwa uba say yes Mapomaten and some Latimian Munsupa and Tidiatiano and say and anumero once on Obama fe venom water and some Latimi out Romana Feno Wajibi not what bonnet come ama bibiansono at me Alcoso and Tidiatiano and some Aya Venano lectures and on some Latimia Quay come venom water no baby a tonton so drinks in Pia Rama Mebacho Obama Feno what to me be not just I won't swat me to Sansono and a mana amoton so our traffic mono Mebacho Busama se me prevena vena ne de sima anon ko no demonstration konete no pink color na cheso hu se design no chelia pa entivena no nanom bi esanse ne ph level no kama ononom bia anon som betimi aboade wo no ane se vena no ye won packs awodo wonim se baako bi wo ho a ehyemu makoma 16 etunsia sanso no ana baako so na wo ho a ehyemu makoma 36 aduasansia ne nya no programs awodo a wo ye ne nyina vena mineral water ena na nwumere no me so me comfort ya ma san no so ba jibe na afi no wo de aye programs ne nyina for server wo lectures ade ma ne nyina eno so ntimi enkoso entivina no boy na afi na ena nwumere ne yawram ewa amanane ama chese bebia nso ntimi akoye kama ne nyina ene sevina no efitialium industrial company limited me ba cho amodi big good drinks ena fe jonko energy drink buy no omo ana abomaden enso ade aye vena mineral water no enso ade aba vena no auto no na chese ye save lives esan se sika bia obeto vena no me ba cho ye de kakra ensom akwakoboa omo a omakoma ewo problem ena fenso no enema pina ekoso no entini vena no to na fe bibia nso no entimi enkoye kama ye wrom na fe no with flight number 1029 ya konkrofon kroso na fe ya de nsam nyina ensom ade aba na mom hye nso ese ene ye mante ekoba ne sei na de tie ne nsam me de matches awodo a ese koso no ensom ade pa ama bibia nsom atimi akoye kama eneteno oram our England amen fontja esem amo FA Cup no round 1 game bako anon som na kwaso de atie no ene se side anything Adi Chasam United and then Omni Lincoln City Adi Apuma game no Simensi Ayabana men Fantuja Esa Ayanel no na Chasano sono etimi akoso kama ye free ornament Mamin ram our culture si we ano na the attendance say games and then you may anon some akoso no men famra unum semplaye empoli bobo kono and some tefi amache komo apomo ekamako amakomo bobo kono omon so ntimi ante me patrol game no ya bought 90+2 ya the 4 minutes na toso na memfantuja esem awroni te ade Pietro aye Pellegrini ano ana anya sanko no ade ama empoli bobo kono ye dine nyina eno nsum timidi atuja na me patro poma bobo kono ensum atefe ama genwa enso akwa bone kan baako omo nsum ntimi ente ye dine nyina eno nsum timidi atuja na me patro game no ma men confirm said ye woman san owrani te ade Mario Balotelli bewa ɛnɛ no na ɛnyɛ bɛtɛn ne nyinaa ɛne sɛ meka kyerɛ wo sɛ Kanu abobo kɔ no akɔ Super Mario Balotelli ɛnso ade no ba enti ɛse no owura ne dede Mario Balotelli baeɛ no lɛkyɛ sɛ ɛnɛ ɔno nso ɛpɔmaten ɛnya ne first game ɛde ama Kanu abobo kɔ no ama bebia nso temi akɔyɛ kama player ne dede Andra Penamonte ɔno ɛna ɛnya duoli go no ɛde ama Kanu amepatwɔ ɔmakɔ awe akɔbɔ pam abobo kɔ no ɛka baakɔ ɔmo nso ntimi ɛnte yɛ hyɛ no nso ɛsɛ yɛ ka no ɛno nso ɛyɛ 7:45 deɛ wɔm no ɛne sɛ Lazio bobo kɔ no ɛbɛgyina mu na kyɛ so ɔmo nso abɔ ɛde atia Kayare Calcio game no ɛyɛ 7:45 na kyɛ sa no nso no ɛno nso ɛto dwa ɛwɔ Stadio Olimpico a yɛde ne nyinaa ɛno nso tumi de ato dwa ma biribi nso no ɛno nso tumi akɔ so na ɔhyɛ no nso sɛ owura ne den ɛde Giovanni Erodi ɛnso ɛbɛgyina mu na afei saa game no wawɛ so ama biribi nso tumi akɔ yɛ yɛde ne nyinaa ɛno nso tumi de ato dwa memfiri sɛ wi anam no ma menwura mu ɛwɔ kyɛ Salaliga no deɛ ɛte ne Salaliga no anwummerɛ yɛ amene wo kɛsɛ ne game paako ɛno nso ɛbɛkɔ so deɛ ɛteɛ no ɛne sɛ Celta Vigo bobo kɔ no ɛne yɛ tefe game no ɛyɛ ne nwɔtwe na kyɛsɛ no nso ɛto dwa ɛyɛ game a amanfoɔ ne wɔ ho paa ne nyinaa ɛne sɛ ɔmoyɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ bia no ɛno nso ɛto dwa ɛwɔ Abanka Baileda so no na kyɛsɛ no nso ɛboa ma nneɛma no nyinaa ɛtumi akɔ so kama deɛ ɛwɔ mu ne sɛ owura ne ten ɛde Jesus Gil Manzano ɛnso ɛbɛgyina mu no afei saa game no ɛno nso atumi aba so kama yɛka no owuram ɛwɔ England a Leicester Premier League game baako ɛnɛ ɛbɔ no nwɔtwe a Leicester no nso ɛto dwa ne nyinaa ɛne sɛ ɛwɔ Craven Cottage no maame nkɔmfɛme ɛsɛ Fulham bobo kɔ no ɛgyinam abɔ ɛde atia saida ne din ɛde Brentford the Beast na afei bibia no ɛno nso atumi akɔ so hyɛ ne nso ɛsɛ English referee a ne din ɛde Stuart Atwell ɛna mpanimfoɔ nso no apɔmɔgye de saa game ne nyinaa ɔmo nso atumi de ama no ama kyɛ sɛ baabi nso atumi akɔyɛ kama enti nansɛ sika pa mesrɛ wɔ ahwɛwofo no so ɛsiane sɛ ma wɔadeɛ bi so deɛ ma ɔyɛ ne kama ɛde ama me sɛsi yi no afei no yɛtumi akɔyɛ no mu kama na mepatwɔ wonim sɛ UEFA Champions League no Manchester wotɔn nso no ɛbɛba so nyankopɔ bɔ adakyena ɛne kyɛ sɛ deɛ ɛteɛ ne sɛ ne Wednesday so ama biribi nso atumi akɔyɛ kama na games a memfa ntoɔ no sɛ ɛno nso ɛba so ɛwɔ UEFA Champions League no mu no yɛmobɔ so no afei no yɛnhwɛ sɛdeɛ managers a wotɔn no ɛkasa no afei players a wotɔn no nyinaa ɔmo nso ɛkasa ahead of games a ɛno nso ɛba so no kyɛ sɛ biribi nso no ɛntumi nkɔyɛ kama join ne Facebook no ɛyɛ Otec 102.9FM. Otec 102.9FM. Opa like page no na fe wahyɛ ama de aka ne nyinaa yɛtumi atoa so kama me pacho Tuesday matches a to dwa ɛwɔ UEFA Champions League no no ma me bɔ so no kyesa baabi anso no ɛno nso ntimi nkɔyɛ de ɛteɛ no ɛne sɛ ɛyɛ PSV and Dolphin bobo kɔ no ɔmo bɛgyina ɔmo ne side lete ade Girona game no nyankopɔn mo da kyena ɛyɛ 7 anasɛm ɛyɛ 5:45 na sa game no ɛno nso ɛba so ntim no check English referee lete ade Michael Oliver ɛna ɛkɔ gyina mo our Philip Stadium ama kyesa game no ɛno nso atimi ato dwa yɛ kan nyina no let kyesa me de to ne mo asasoro from Bratislava enso ɛbɛwura mo na fe ɔmo ne side let ade Dynamo Zagreb nso no enso ade abom game no ɛbɛto dwa wɔ National Football Stadium owura ne den ade Anthony Taylor efe England na sa game ne nyina me ba cho ɔmo de ama ne sɛ onkonko gyina mo ama bibia nso ntimi nkoso de ɛwɔ mo no ane sɛ Bologna bobo kɔ no ɔmo nso ɛwura mo na fe ɔmo ne side ne Adi AS Monaco and so Adi a bomb game on a channel so as a toja our stadio Renato da Ara na the attendance run it Adi Aliye and a cockojam of free Azerbaijan and a Chessa game no Yadiaman and some uncojamo Ama Bibian soon Timin Koso Oramo our signal Duna Paka let Chessa BVP Borussia Dortmund on sono a German of the Omni Side let the Adi Storm Grass and sono Adi a bomb game on a mamin Fontuja as a Ayanoachi and a Chessa Abaso and to essence Emerano I don't some like to me as some Europe in Antino say Champions League matches no a free non song Nafe Aquaco Pimo I know what and to Yana Europe say matches in Sana the Anitia and to Ghana time 8 ana games a ɛsɛ Barcelona jono ɛno nso obeto dwa enti Dortmund bobo kono ana Storm Grass me mfonto dwa ɛsɛm owura ne den ade kyesɛm abronti a ana sɛ papa ne den ade Eric Lambrecht ono efi Belgium ana kyesɛ okwakwahwe sa game no so ama bibia nso atimi akoso ya kwenam no owura awa Celtic Park me mfonto dwa ɛsɛ Celtic bobo kono ɛnso ane saida lete ade RB Leipzig ana de bom owura ne den ade Benoit Bastien ono nso efi France no ana sa game ne nyina yade ama na sɛ onkonko gyina mo ama bibia nso ntimi nkoso ye kano na chesalo bobo kono ewram wa bom game no omo nso body atia saida le tin ade Juventus ama bibia nso no ano nso atimi akoso me mfonto dwa ɛsɛ game ne etodwa awo start Pierre Moray na chese game no ano nso aba so ne nyina no owura ne tin Adi Infan aye Porto ensom abegyina mo ono nsom afi Bosnia Herzegovina ana chesasa game ne nyina ono nsom akwakoye so ama bibia nsom atimi akoso let me patro game we no aye big game pa ne nyina ane sa Liverpool bobo kono ensom Romana fe omne boy of Liverpool say ensom ade abom our Anfield Road Stadium de atia no ane sam owura ne den ade Danny Makele efi Netherlands kwa gyina mo ama sa game no nwatwe ane nsom todwa chana ama bibia nsom atimi akoso ye kano let chesamede todwa ese we no aya big game cover Manchester nyina so Real Madrid bobo kono age Champions League no e ma akoma akotunum 15 and o magye meba cho AC Milan age 7 o na di Madrid echi between them no okaboma aya 22 titles and 2 clubs no o magye die wo mu nie meba cho game no etodwa our estadio Santiago Bernabeu na de atene se owura ne tin ade Slavko Vincic ofri Slovenia no ana empanifo no so abomaden ade sa game ne nyina enso ade ama papa ne se onkonko gyina mo ama chese ne nyina so no entimi ntodwa ye de sansam ne nyina ade nso etimi atodwa enya no nko amemfanto no sem aye another game ade nso aye big aye Sporting CP me ba cho game we no aye last game owura ne tin ade Ruben Amorim ade nso etena bench awo Champions League no ade ama side and the Sporting CP omone Manchester City and as a game no me ba cho omo bo ye de hun sem pina no eno som etimi dia brown na chesa baby anso no etimi ankoso kama enti join Facebook no oba Otec 102.9FM Otec 102.9FM oba like page no o like page na watch live video eno som aya Royal Sports Week no ebeboa pa ama chese show ni nyina no eno som atimi akoso ye ya ne sa no bona fe ebie kwan ama adwuma ni nyina yetimi ato so kama ama chese ni nyina so no eno som atimi akoso let me picture you wait for Champions League matches ya baba pono onim se urem I was Spain ene amanya eni kasamo ena nwumre ya me no kase no awo Barcelona krom wonom no de tie ne se enso yiri ade afa kasa wodo ene niam pina no menua no kwasam ne se areho na de tie ne se o cheke niam pina eno som na kwaso ye de nyina nso no etimi de aba na de wo mu ne se me ba cho eno ne kwaso no UEFA area ba betodwa ese yenkam wo bia so ntimente ese sane ma na ekokokokwaso ne ntino de amo ka no ene se this time no we no de amo ka ne nyina ene se amo hwe ama bebi atimi akoe de etene se volunteer eni padodo a ensura yira free afa omo ena fe ejapade awodo a eno nso asase ne nti me ba cho ombabo maten na amaye ade a ye fe ne mini silent ede ama chese aye victims a uram ewa volunteer omo nso ahwere wo mo nkwa ama sane ma ne nyina no eno nso atemi akaso no enti we fan nso ababo maten ama sa dwuma ne nyina omo nso aye ne kama ama bebia nso atemi akoya ye de ne nyina eno nso tibidi atodwa eno ane kakra na anwumre ne eba ye de sansam ne nyina no eno nso atemi aba na mame nwura mu na fe no ye mfa nsam ne nyina no eno nso temi mra na chese bebia nso no entemi nkoye enti bomoten na join the Facebook no 0505 ana sam o bombardier join Facebook no Otec 102.9FM Otec 102.9FM sanete o bane nyina no lectures o bombardier like page no na wa share YouTube no and some live Otec Sports no so entim o kone nyina ebeboa wo pa ama adwuma no ya bombardier na fe no yetimi ye ne kama ama ne ma nyina no and some atimi akoye enti sana ade ne nyina no and some atie kama yenye ne sana fe no ye mama tenya adwuma ama bibia nso ntimi nkoso big game oba be koso ne nyane sa Sporting CP and City bobo kono ana me pacho omo ba bebo na ahead of the game no papa ni tin ade Ruben Amorim wonum se ono obetena bench ade ama club ne tin ade Sporting ama bibia nso atimi akoye na papa no anwa se adwuma oba bebo no ebia we no amanfo oba be kan an ana se Alex Ferguson bi se okokoshe City a amanfo nsem omeka ene se an se kwampa no new se Alex Ferguson ensom aba ba be bo adwuma no nemo no ono oye Ruben Amorim opese adwuma na obebo no bebia betimi akoye Manchester no ope eno nti eno no so no etusu ye we no enye in any relation to oranity ene se Alex Ferguson oba be bo adwuma no aba bebia nso atimi akoye nemom game Sporting and City bobo kon ebono different from Manchester adwuma no Ruben Amorim wabra papa ne kasa no mebacho nanum nsem ne bi yentie bi na fe no yenku enim join Facebook no Otec 102.9FM video no asha se Facebook no so audio no eno so ana dem radio no mu no.
Eu não penso nisso.
Well, I don't think about that. My focus, as I said, is in winning the match tomorrow and winning it for Sporting. Then the conclusions that people will draw from this match are not important for me because they could be erroneous. If it's a very negative outcome, the expectations will drop. And I think that's not exactly a poor starting point when I start with Manchester United. If we win tomorrow, people will think that the new Alex Ferguson has arrived. And of course, it will be difficult to live up to that expectation. So regardless of what the conclusions that people will draw tomorrow, I'm not interested in them. What I'm interested in is to win the match, have a good departure from Alvalade, then win in Braga, and after that start a new life in Manchester United. So we could have one situation or the other. It could increase expectations. I don't know what is better for me when I start my new adventure in Manchester. What I want is to leave the Sporting fans and my players happy and to qualify my team for the playoff.
All right, enti eno na ye papa ni tin e de Ruben Amorim ana me pacho no so no game a omni City bobo ko no e ba be boni nyina ono so ekyekye mo e de ensem pina eno so atimi de aba ese ade ni nyina no sese no omo so hwe ama bibia so atimi akoya ye de ni nyina eno so timi de atodwa no enti papa ni tin ade Ruben Amorim ono so akasa ade sansam ni nyina atimi aba ye de latest awodo ni nyina no eno so timi de atodwa ama bibia so no atimi akoye kama yemkue no na fe no me ba chode aka bia yemfamra ama bibia so timi nkoso owremo e was Sporting bobo konuma lectures club na nkasa enso no amo midfielder ba ko bai no o se hwe Manchester bobo kono no kwasam ne se omanya chese eye coacha osombo pa Ruben Amorim no o se ade ba ko ne se owura na nkasa no na djuma obono eso ani na Manchester na obono de hia ene se empanifo no omo benya abotre de ma no o se papa na nkasa no de tie ne se owura ne adwuma na obono one Sporting omo lusu big personality ate se owura ne de Ruben Amorim enti ekokoba ne sei na chese ase sebofo na etuo ama de aka ne nyina eno so atimi ato aso no nemom no amonsom abehwe ama bibia nso atimi akoya ye de nyina eno nso atimi de ato ya yemwura mo na fe no mebacho Sporting omo midfielder ne di ade aye Hordman mebacho wakasa ensem ne bi eni yentie bi na fe yenko enem na de aka bia yemfamra ama bibia nso no entimi nkoye kama.
Of course, Ruben was one of the reasons why I came to Sporting. I think when you work with Ruben, you get a clear picture of the way he sees football and the way he sees you inside the team. I think that picture for a player is very important when it's clear, because then he knows his role and he knows what he can bring to the team and what he can bring to Ruben. For me personally, that was important when I joined Sporting, to understand fast how the way he plays, and of course you guys don't know it, but the way he's managing the team outside the pitch as well, but also inside the pitch, is not anything I've seen before in my short career. I hope it will be long. In details, I cannot, of course, tell you all of it, but I think Manchester are in good hands with Ruben.
Yes, enti sana dealing in atie or say Manchester is in good hands as I say no orani did Ruben Amorima wapano on a dear to on one Casani opinion no papa neba bua jumane pa amani mani no and on some timia queer didn't and so ultimately to your game me patrimony city ebabano player no next one also kasa and so at the fan kakra na ahead of gamer amani Manchester City ebabano when so chechemo wa bra eno last UEFA Champions League game at the amount Ruben Amorim and Sankani Yinani.
In football, you don't have any guarantees, I can tell you that. But it has been a very tough week. We played 3 games. The coach didn't give us any days off as well. So it has been tough also reading about what was going on and speaking with Ruben about the whole process. And still, as a team and as a player, you needed to win against Nacional and also against the Estrela. So it was not easy. But like I said before, we are sad that Ruben is leaving. But we're now getting also a good coach and a coach that we believe in. I believe that the president.
All right,
and all the.
Sana dealing and on some didn't no. And so ultimately to ya young queen one of no other stories are occurring in a young na young famrana chese baby and so no intimi and Kosomakana said joining Facebook no opa a Otec 102.9Fm Samsung YouTube no a Otec 102 and also test post and YouTube no test post the akanin no on some obama dena fe what me join it ama bibia some let me akwe come am fun to ja as Manchester wa and Ruben Amorim sansam no enomo ana me wura no owura ne tin Eddie Frank James Lampard me ba cho papa ne say no kwasem nie hwe Manchester boboko no empanifo mo kofa Ruben Amorim no omo wani suade hu nankasa na ono de ogidi asa Ruben Amorim oba ababe boadwuma Adiama United boboko no esa Manchester enya abotre de ma papa no na ohihye adwuma no esan so wura no o ma ne mra adwuma ne nyina no obetimi aye ne kama Adiama Amba Bibian sono etimi akoye Lampard me patrona no nsam no kakra ni
impairment Arteta really successful manager. I think you've got to look beyond that. You mentioned Aston Villa and Brighton there. They need to get the big picture right. When I say that, I'm not taking responsibility away from the players, but players can use excuses. For the last, from the outside, looking at Manchester United for the last few years, is it the Glazers? Is it the manager? One minute it's the next manager. It's the next manager. They brought in the recruitment's not right, and when you see what looks like a lack of effort, wherever it is, most players really do want to do well. They do want to run, but it's not reflected there. Players can use that as an excuse. So I think that there are many good coaches out there. I think this is a good, exciting acquisition, as I say. But he needs to have the support. He needs to have that time. He needs to go, this is how I want us to be. Because nobody knows what Manchester United are anymore at the moment. He wants to go and coach, he wants to work. And then when he gets to the point and go, right, well, that one, he doesn't want to do it, or he's not going to work. I need wing-backs, whatever it is, to take this club forward. If they can get together, and there are no excuses for the players out there, then they can make those decisions easier.
All right, enti orani did Frank Lampard and on so no apoma de sansam na etimi abaye did nyina and so etimi atoya na no ye kakra etimi atoya na me fonto no say orani de ade Frank Lampard American asem ya no reporter etoma no na anwumre no and say Roma bobo ko no ayo ma dwene say ente bia hwe so mo tena no mo didi agora one way agro ebedu omo enti amo so person manimu ya no amo so epe new manager na fe oba ema bibia so etimi ekoye kama de mensenka ene sem Roma boboko no align up manager sebe ama owura ne tin Eddie Frank Lampard ne dia ba be piem na me patro ni pa ba kwa ne dia piem nwanwa pa ayɛ papa ne din Ruud van Nistelrooy yɛse Roma bɔbɔko no ɛpɛ sɛ na mo convince Van Nistelrooy ɛka kyɛ ne sɛ ɔyɛ big manager ɛne kwan sɛ ɔkɔkɔ yɛ assistant ɛde ma obi te sɛ ɛyɛ Ruben Amorim sɛ ebi a yɛka no ɛkɔakɔyɛ ebi a big manager bi Carlo Ancelotti bi anase bi a Guardiola bi a ɛno ɛbɛboa ne bom no ɛdi kwan sɛ akɔkɔyɛ Ruben Amorim ɔmo deɛ ɔmo ma ne chance no asɛ big team like Roma no ɔno owura ne din ɛde Ruud van Nistelrooy ɛnso bɛtumi aba abɛsɔm no afɛ adwuma no nyina no ɔno nso watumi atoa so ama ne nyina ɛno nso watumi akɔi a yɛde ne nyina no ɛnso ɛbrɛ wɔ ɛnɛ anwummerɛ wɔ soro no so mɛto de bɔbɔko no ma memfa ntoɔ no mu sɛ wonim sɛ ɔmo nso wɔ game a ɔmo ne AC Milan ɛba bɛbɔ na Dedon Carlo Ancelotti ana ɔno nso kasa ana yɛbusa ne sɛ sɛsɛ na ankasa no sa na nneɛma ɛkɔ ana papa no se nokorɛ nie ɔmo ankasa no wokyɛke a ɛyɛ more than a week ɛna ɔmo ball game Madrid bɔbɔko no ɛpɛ sɛ ɔmo nso get into action na ɔmo yɛ adwuma ɛma biribiara nso tumi kɔ so na game a ɔmo ne AC Milan ɛba bɛbɔ no Milan bɔbɔko no ɛyɛ big club a wontumi andarete no sansom ɛna ɔbɛka ɛsɛm ɛyɛ club sa wodoɔ mo wɔ Europe ne nyinaa obia no ɛnso bɛtumi atu kyɛdeɛ ama Milan bɔbɔko no ɛwɔ mo sɛ ɛduru mmerɛ bi no ɛnneɛma no pii na ne ntumi nkɔ so na mmom Milan team no still ɔmo yɛ big club a obi akɔ akɔhyia no ne kyɛ sɛ soro no ɛno nso wɔ hɔ ɛnom no ana mepatwɔ owura ne din ɛde Carlo Ancelotti yɛbusa ne sɛ yɛwura Ballon d'Or no deɛ ɛyɛ ne deɛ wafa kɔɔ na Rodri agye wobɛka ne sɛ ɛdeɛ na wobɛka no ɔse deɛ wɔgye yɛ bia ɔne deɛ ɔcongratulate no ɛsɛ nipa no ayɛ adeɛ na ɔno ne Ballon d'Or no ɔgye wɔ abra Madrid ɛbɔ UEFA Champions League na hɔ ɛna onya ne Ballon d'Or winner enti wei ne nyina no ɔne deɛ ɔhwɛ sɛ biribiara nso no ɛbɛtumi akɔyɛ kama ɛno na mepatwɔ wura mu wɔ Milan a deɛ mense ka ne sɛ Rafael Leao onim sɛ 4 games boy no ɛfiri bench ɛna ɛba deɛ mense ka ɛne sɛ yɛse Madrid anasɛ ɛyɛ Milan bɔbɔko no owura ne de Paulo Fonseca ɛse game wei nko adeɛ ɔde boy no ɛnso ɛbɛgyina wɔn afei no ɔno nso yɛ adwuma ama biribi a ɛno nso atumi akɔ yɛ yɛde saa nsɛm no nyina no ɛnso ɛtumi de ato dwa report am nse kana na anwummerɛ no ɛne sɛ Manchester City bɔbɔko no yɛse Paul Kubasi ɔmo sɛ boy no anyɛ bia no ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo wuram no ɔmo kɔkɔpɛ no ɔmo kɔpɛ no a ɔmo kɔ akɔhwɛ ɛsɛ biribi nso bɛtumi akɔ na afei no ɔmo nya player no ama biribi nso atumi akɔ so Arsenal yɛse Arsenal yɛ ready ɛsɛ anye bia no Kudus Mohammed bɛyɛ 90 million pounds so deɛ sɛ West Ham foɔ ka so ɔmo bɛgye a ɔmo bɛtumi ahwɛ na ɔmo de afa no na afei boy no ɛnso aba abɛbɔ adwuma ama biribi nso atumi akɔyɛ kama hyɛ no nso ɛsɛ Diamond Scientific Herbal and Research Clinic ɔmo de donate kɛba mehyɛ no ɛde aba yes amanfoɔ ɛɛtɔ ɔmo deɛ nkakrakra enti no nso bra bɛgye wo deɛ ma bibia no entimi ɛnkɔ yɛ donate no ɛyɛ du papa ononom bia ɛbɛboa wo paa ama o tadua no as bɛma no atimi aba adwuma yɛ deɛ ma wo kama bɛma deɛ mese yɛba bɛwuram na December na no yɛ breakia bɛfie na woba bɛtena fie no ɛsɛ anigye ba enti donate no ononom bia ɛbɛboa ma wo mensɛm no nyina no atimi awure agyina yɛ kama baabi ɛtonton ro bia no mebatɔ ogye donate ne bi na kyɛsa wo nso no wabɔbɔ ne kama ama nneɛma no nyinaa ɛtumi akɔyɛ kama sanso na memfa nto dwa ɛsɛ yɛka no ne kyɛ sɛ wodeɛ wowɔ Kumase ne mpɔtam a bra Otec FM a woba a wo sɛ ɔrehwɛ walasti anasɛ wopɛ donate ne bi ɛtumi atɔ dodoɔ bia no ɔnsa nso ɛbɛtumi aka yɛ no wahyɛ no nso ɛsɛ ɔmo wɔnom no yɛ clinic enti ɔmfa numbers no na yareɛ bi ɛda wo so no ɔne doctors no nso adwendwene ho ɛyɛ 0246 727 677 0246 727 677 and answer 0249 208 252 0249 208 252 the numbers are offer a Diamond Scientific Herbal and Research Clinic nothing why enquiries about donate herbal mixture and after yari beer and out swemo and a boy am I call amanane ekofa amanane something at the empire in Monday night. Yes, and you may know you're training in a go into the boss player one Kanu a seated one year, but you're for a baby to discussions in at me follow.
Omo any Aston Villa, Shakhtar Donetsk any Young Boys, Bayern Munich any Benfica, Zvezda, Omo any Barcelona, Feyenoord any Salzburg, Inter Milan any Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain any Atletico Madrid, Spartak Prague any Brest. Let's start the Brestois. And after Stuttgart, Omo any Atalanta, and so they attend time. So, minim there, this new format, it seems as every match day be a Kesifoni Sheshia. Every big games won't pa. Even though the old format, no, so you tell big games or group stage anymore. I mean, at the time, I think you're buying any team be I think buying the Barca as a team be in one group. Yeah.
Tottenham,
in one group,
in one group.
It happens though, but as a way, we in the end, I say match day be an Kesifoni Shion. But last time Madrid so far champions were born about Dortmund.
About Dortmund, no,
about Stuttgart. And about
Lille.
Okay.
Into about 2. Set match day 3 near boy. So match day 4 and 3 already.
About Stuttgart.
No, about
Lille.
No, about Dortmund.
And about Dortmund.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. Because they be a Kesifoni as an round of 16 quarterfinals, I big games behind Rebisa.
Still
we do not jump for no storm grass money Yimuna. Because Slovan Bratislava on the Dinamo Zagreb and Isha Bologna ni Monaco, PSV ni Girona ni Adi, Club Brugge ni Aston Villa. So anyway, well, meaning say Champions League ni agenda na anura so meko dey see Old Trafford. Scandinavia meaning say we bia. Won't me be one na wo we are Krabi. Enra Nana Nana also nim no.
Yeah, Francis. Nana. Yeah. Also be pay ne ho.
Yeah, ko pay ne video center.
Sure, offer me sure say because I
Nana. Yeah. Was Nana
ni din ankasa.
Nana
Oh, Francis and Obi Abi.
Okay.
I'm say area more kwapia won so ne be friends ID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
but a very fine gentleman.
Yeah.
I mean, Chiano.
And when ya pon obuase Lencladia no ya see Old Trafford no so ahwe baby. And a boys lead ya. You could do a starting here boy ya 5 minutes ah. When the lights here dey waje. The lights here dey anaje. Tina was yes I try akwantu so. Energy buy. All right. Afi there mama ye ntinsim. Kofi Abi say Nana Bedu. Edi on botre Nana Bedu.
A very fine gentleman.
Yeah.
Mama Chiano.
Yeah.
Na Menchia and wife Madam Phyllis.
Oh, Enra yet to her baller who has almost supply you.
Oh, say be if you dey make say be if you kwa kebi Madam Phyllis supply mu fufu. Kebi fufu the small ura. Ne ba ura ne ewura mu. E mo mo di fufu bai e ma mu fili kama. Me sure say in the coming days, the next fixture be an old boss. Say, you bet me the few according to not to enjoy. Near to a far copia.
And I am content.
Young content. And I am by no.
Okay. And I'm essential.
Went me for.
And I am content and to me for. And I could do. And I do Granabon master to be 2 minutes be.
And the traffic at Wampa.
And delay with Kumasi.
Okay.
And delay with Kumasi. As a drop with boys in so many D. As I could delay more than 30 minutes or on your end.
No, would do baby last moment.
Yeah, wow.
I also said,
we feel Abi.
Was the last year day?
Baby, last moment, many and you may be your questions. Hey, Miss Radio, so my man can be young as a quiet, and America.
And I, if I could be in Swabum Payon. And I could be even in your Jenny. There be a dear share, I'm young Quanta.
Do not headquarters.
I
Charlie Bond as a photo for the Bukumasi. As a
Quanawado,
a Quania
losses are.
Oh, Muka doesn't mean interest room, but that's we are only me gonna say like you need Juma home. So what you say? Aha, say your bobo boss needs to Kumasi tea commentary there by hardring and the unity TV so there. Or boss there's a kind of webia and webia about Kobaso account.
Less than 1 hour.
So what you say? Could be account. And Munyan Kumasi and Eja. and yeah 2:30 kura bit me afraid mum ho a obekwa koto warm up so all right Govi
Openi
obese o sha say free here mami hu.
Oh, okay. Champions League need I think say me focus on the game I had been was why the commentary beba no.
Yeah.
So
Madrid
AC Milan.
It's
a big game. It's a big game in the Champions League.
Milan fui.
Hey, Champions League ni mabakosem die. Milan nomne Madrid numo. Na say na yi.
Nam just say Milan no and koye papa biasa.
Yes.
And yeah, Milan of last 2 seasons and last 3 seasons and purely
Milan of those days now no Champions League you know.
Well, this is now Milan as we share kese bia no tua fa no so. We share kese bia no tua fa no so. So,
yeah.
Nti ama Milan we men said down who mu ye. Anyway, ba won go Trafford.
Me fa o kakra.
And fa o bra me one am bezim But you want don't say born one hweb man hweb nti man.
Menya time ahwe ni nyina.
Oh, okay.
Ai.
Wa ko hwe
my nyina from minute 1. My pimzi ewie.
Oh, okay. I'm saying your chances bogus are
yeah, we 2 teams ni nyina obi anya bi.
Mumu nya bi.
Ebi hiti po nyina ni ade.
Mumu de ni hiti po. Na Rashford de na bo po nje won.
Say na tie. O say yes munya chances. And I'm see both teams obi anya bi. Ebo to go ya.
Okay. All right. But when you for answer about Champions League.
Okay. Ma me nhwe ho kakra bi mra, but it is only important say and only fair say ebebo Barcelona for na baso. Unse ne kase even though they are playing against Espanyol, a derby game. But most likely some be pick it 3 points ne they come 30 ni ho amanako 33. Even before say Real Madrid be born there. Say as we speak, almost down communicate the exact data Valencia and Madrid game ne beba so. And like we said, atu yerenchem na esi nti o moment mi amo. But can we see
utie Iñaki Williams on atu yerenchem na. Charlie.
Yes, ro mo nkasa keke. And am tu na Real Madrid de tu no. Omo try na omo support it. So na yenya more fans to support victims. So the main reason why Valencia and Madrid game na maso. It gave Barcelona, the league leaders, the opportunity to extend lead, and they did so in a manner I think say once again ye salute Hansi Flick. Na Kanu media enka 3-1 no ensheda enya dia ye menwanwa. But if you look at the changes a coach in the year, any impactor, such changes no at the back game no so on the day for Barcelona now. Again, it confirms the fact say this season Barcelona ever a very good coach on the bench. Unse normally enko seti apa Alejandro Baldi on the left. Of course, Inaki Pena Eyobia Wawo post ni after set tech surgeon Iprane baye no. No abo Inigo Martinez any Paul Kubasi or central defense or na Jules Koundé ejina right side of the defense. But this time we decided say yes, the following week Yekobo Champions League ni adinti obe rested some of the key players. And instead of playing Jules Koundé on the right side of the defense, obo Hector Fort our right side. And o maintain Pedri and Marc Casado as the 2 players in front of the back 4. No? Again, or maintaining Rafinha on the left side of the attack. And or maintaining Lamine Yamal on the right side of the attack. And or the Fermin Lopez, a core bench, a ball, Danny Olmo. And Olmo Bayern, Kanu, he scored 2 goals on the day. Of course, Lewandowski, LED attack. No? And in terms of 4-2-3-1 formation, one touch, and these are some of the things I can say. When coaches play like this, almost set up utum said this is coach ni game plan, ni formation ni BBC and so they have identity, and that is clear with Ura I friend Hansi Flick. And he made changes. At least Omo in recent times non-starty games. The last game in the Clasico was starty Femi Lopez. Afina also struggle. Omo came in. He gave him the chance against Espanyol. Emani starty. So Obo just behind the leading striker Lewandowski and in between Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. And he got 2 goals. Actually, or the Jules Koundé, Ebeyi, Hector Fort near there. But eventually, or ye changes way na. So rotation, why any kama and odienya the needed score liner. They say Barcelona points echo 33. And that is something that I was say Yetimi Etuchema Ura Hansi Flick. I think say he just need to be consistent with some of these things and you be season na Abasubodi was in Sakan na Akoneho na Kanu. I think said the focus was on the game Basu between Manchester United and Chelsea Old Trafford. He said yeah Enrana Mekano last season around that same time United epic all the 3 points at Old Trafford by beating Chelsea 2-1. The reverse fixture and at Chelsea in Suko share 4-3 to be a share there. This time United a draw at home. Now one thing that a CEO game anymore nenko for Kamwa Sempa the penalty incident at Manchester United a share first goal. From the first angle Nameka se va for ne but it is only fair to say so other angles now we say clearly Robert Sanchez and Saka Hoyland. And I think say officials they had it right and it was a genuine penalty and Bruno Fernandes take good use of it or they take lead for Manchester United. Coaches ni me unsurprise me because the way I may expect is on best set up no sapepepe no be a set up. Urana your friend Ruud van Nistelrooy formation na Ten Hag a boy and one or that's kutem. And like Nami Kase, may expect this or best set up 4-2-3-1 the same thing. Mazraoui Ejina left back ho, and right back Dalu Ejina ho, or Bo the late any Lisandro Martinez was central defense, and at said the any Kanu Ugarte any Casemiro, 2 players or the Omujino manim. Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, and then a branch friend Marcus Rashford, and so the 3 in front of the 2 in the middle, and Obo Rasmus Højlund as the leading man. In the second half, or your changes, or the Amad Diallo, Ebeyi Rashford, and or the Zegzi, Ebeyi Højlund, and Lindelof, and so Ebeyi Ugarte. So the way I am expecting the coaches never set up the same thing on the part of Manchester United. Sa Pepe no Okoye, Sa Enna Enzo Maresca But what happened is Kanu on say normally Nkeye Cucurella on the left, Rhys James when he's fit on the right ahead of Malo Gusto. Maybe our Wesley Fofana, any Levi Cowell. Ewo in Finfin or central defense but me catch you say in the last few games before the game against Manchester United, now say or a comfortable playing Malo Gusto or right back. No the Rhys James Abidjan left back. No a maintaining Cowell and Wesley Fofana or central defense. He started with the players. Bubo Mudinya ewo first half. But 46 minutes, and who said that be Gusto side no, it's not helping. So he decided to say, or the Cucurella Bebama Abeyi Malo Gusto. No a shifty Rhys James Effie left back, Ednaba right back. Na Mark Cucurella Abidjan ne left back. Na fi Omanimuno Caicedo any Romeo Ejina ho. Kopama Noni Madueke Pedro Neto and Nicholas Jackson are completely in the lineup no. So that's how he set up. In the second half, of course, what the Enzo Fernandez and Sube Chenji Romeo. So now this is what happened. Manchester United take the lead no. The coach saw say at that point as a game no na balanced. And to be able to see the more reason why he brought on board Lindelof, Oyi Rashford nom Ede Ahmad Ebaye or the Zegzi Ebeyi Højlund. So at the point I saw say na Ruud van Nistelrooy, say like o protect one goal no. But look at how Chelsea go ne by. Yes, they were in the game, they were creating, but it was still an open game and Obi Abitimia Ashego. Ena Chelsea here lucky from that corner kick. Ena Moises Caicedo. Omo a ball or pouncing on it in that manner, and it was always a wonderful way to get a goal for a club like Chelsea. And again, Moises Caicedo proved say, indeed, or deserve say why arguably the most consistent figure in the Chelsea midfield after say Ofri Brighton joining Chelsea, and he's doing so well. So bet me add the goals like that to the play now. I mean, he'll be celebrated in the colours of Chelsea. But all in all, I feel Matthias here, the entire Manchester United from penning for Anche Humpi na omukope a substantive manager in the person of Ruben Amorim, because it looks like where Manchester clearly 2 games are Ruud van Nistelrooy abon. Yes, in terms of play improvement kakraba, but it's not improvement ebetimi a shifting Manchester United edi oma betu bebia ompese omo eda at the end of the season. Announcement ne bae no na me feel say ade no man twen kakra, but watching the 2 games carefully, I understand why omo they were in a rush to get somebody on board. It looks like enya dia say omu jai team no Emma Van Nistelrooy say onwie season no ansa na manager bi aba menye sure say nko betimi anything exceptional. Enti I feel no Matthias here, but all in all, said the Kanu, I always gave Manchester United a double chance in the game, because na minim say players ni be show sa reaction no, so and which they did. I could see say attitude no, so players unlike previously, you know, Olusuboa, I said quickly they want to rush and win back possession near there. So these things normal bia players when a manager is sacked, and it happened. So I've always said say Chelsea any too consistent omunu level where obetimi akase omo ye convincing enough no one predict such games in their favor. So both teams to score and a double chance for Manchester United like I expected no. Sa pepepe and abem intimidate game no scoreline no answer that anya me nwanwa say yenya more than 2 goals krana. I still think say na enye likely say Manchester United ebe lose that game. And you know kudos to both teams. At least omu show some tactical battles during the 90 minutes. Who say ani obia reading yonko e changes are obetimi e a winning a yonko. And me I love watching such games. So enti omu mienu nyina omu level ne shede ni rupi in coaching enti omu tipe so entokwa ene omu kon. And the only thing they say e be a Manchester United still are no omu nye happy ewo baby a omu da 13th position no. They feel say enkomunya 3 points na bia nke betimi de omako baby more inti, but I mean they can build on it, especially now that new manager ever. But it was a fair score line.
All right.
In the Champions League, the top liner AC Milan traveling to Spain to face Real Madrid. Kanu say titina such games to say the Kanu enka ebia semi-finals be final be. So when they encounter who fixtures no, but the new format buy no, you predict say we say advantage bakwa e de beba ni say right from the start if we say stage we are aircon you benya big games, and we've seen a number of them ever since you start here from D1 ebepim ene, and we'll see more. They said they now usro say be ebekwe nimbe run of 16 quarterfinals, semi-finals, near the Nibia, ye big fixtures no. I still think so we'll get some interesting fixtures there. And Utina, UEFA 4 years smart to do that no. But this time it is Real Madrid versus AC Milan. Omumi enu performance so far moving into week 4 no. Any Milan day 1. Omutene firma Liverpool question by 3-1. And I make Kaipa say before that game ana Liverpool echo face AC Milan ewo Italy no. Now as a Liverpool fuenya slip be and people were scared for Liverpool say ahweya na bia against Paulo Fonseca team AC Milan are more experienced in the Champions League, just like Liverpool. No, a very difficult game for Liverpool. But we are seeing no, now Liverpool travel away. Abon Humodia winning by 3-1. That was week 1. AC Milan tenefi lusuya. Again, week 2. Omuko face by Leverkusen. Leverkusen are defending champions. Germany. Even though in the Europa League final last season, Atalanta silence Omu in that surprising manner. So, but Alonso team no tenefi, and they won against AC Milan by a goal to 0. And Sana Milan week 3 and Omo bounce back Abeshe Club Brugge by 3-1. And out of 9 points, AC Milan afa only 3 and Omobu 6 at Tuegu baby. This is the performance AC Milan at the air travel ako face Real Madrid. And I'm not surprised kase Milan team win Omodimo we di enkenye the usual Milan anyone, which is true. But we Real Madrid week 1 no AC Milan lose to Liverpool by 3-1. Or Mutene Fischer Stuttgart by 3-1. So week 1 no we lose to 3-1. Now we 3-1. Week 2 Milan eko lose 1-0 Germany to Leverkusen. Real Madrid travel echo France. They lost 1-0 when they played against Lille. And now week 3, Milan bounce back share Club Brugge by 3-1. Real Madrid share team my friend Borussia Dortmund by 5-2. And the comeback in that game on the part of Real Madrid was incredible. And they were celebrating it until Clasico no by silence womo. And clearly Kanu, in terms of form, both in the domestic league and in the Champions League, you give it to Real Madrid. Even in recent times, two teams with performance in the Champions League, Madrid is ahead. Okay, Paulo Fonseca versus Ancelotti on any day, a mismatch in terms of coaching. But the only thing now, two teams I want to say, Milan, they have a pedigree in the Champions League, and Real Madrid also a pedigree in the Champions League. But of course, in the Champions League, there you are talking about the most successful club in the history of the Champions League with about 15 trophies. Real Madrid. Into this game, dear Kanu, in my view, Real Madrid are not the crano. Na and yes, omodi 1 point. So I think say at the end of the day they will pick the 3 maximum points, because if you check Real Madrid position, Champions League table no so Kanu yadi can explain is you 8 games new year first 8 automatically round of 16.
Yeah.
Wa ubedi 9th if free wa copim 24th no. Ni asan ye home and away fixtures amamu. Na ye bo we are winners no. Adwene no.
8 no.
Ni ye koye nim. So enti your position on the league table as we move along no and a betre the way no mabe kwa ma. As we speak, Real Madrid at that 12th position with 6 points. So see you are talking about Aston Villa, nominate Liverpool, money won 9 points or money that top, and Madrid would want to come back, especially Omubiti Dortmund. Na Clasico no, edi ombeto form sano. They cannot slip against AC Milan. Inti a struggling AC Milan against Real Madrid side. Barcelona 4 abomu 4 in the Clasico. No more pet the chance to, write a different story. I am scared for Paulo Fonseca and AC Milan. I think a difficult game for them. Kanu.
Well, sir, Kanu, Kofi, I can England near the somewhere.
But that's it. My men starting free Old Trafford now maybe the Champions League no. One thing is evidently clear, say Chelsea play no. If Opesonia antidote to it as a manager, you need to close up the spaces for this Chelsea team. And time you preview game, now me catch you say one thing at Chelsea and a much better, and say because omope space for Cole Palmer any Jackson to operate into no. Chelsea 2 wingers na ball no. Omo stay within play. Omo call far wide. And omo call far wide at the omo yan say omo drifted o full backs no at the call wide. Now my space kesiye abeda park and so for players are omo be jump into those spaces no which is Kopama and most especially Jackson or lead the lines but sometimes or falling deep at the banechi. Then the mop up no is done by Abranti friend of Caicedo and Romeo Lavia. Into Emma pressure be brave and Chelsea defenses. So no crapane say of the top 4. Kaopo mo eso mo defense na a week no consider goals per second Chelsea team no. But enunti na coach nem pese obe entertain Enzo Fernandez e woni play no. Because with Enzo, Obinya only one person to be marking and picking up the balls. And the danger woman say because Chelsea attacking players no, Kopama everywhere bishim and na wingers no so ekonti no. The DM no be bono so e ba kopa. The possibility say along the game, it be a very early, maybe first half and early minutes in the second half, obe pick a yellow card. Now slow in the game because Enzo obeja the defensive duties no adjoin it the attack na omo build the attack na most of the time so I no e Chelsea biano so be ball a long pass from Chelsea's defensive area ho e the attacking area of the opponent no e the amon na Enzo Fernandez and e boss pass no otimi throw pass back up then Kopama fabord na easy to score than so be me sa chance no so coach no mpese ebe kwa koye Caicedo nko na oje ball every Chelsea in same time mo attack e wo half no na o ye turnovers na de ebia counter attack ba na say Abranti Efeno Caicedo e rush kwa tackle na ko slow ne down ebia okonya yellow card and anything like that so coach no is being more of a tactician and doesn't care about the price tag of Abranti Efeno Enzo Fernandez £105 million. Chelsea got out to buy. Me sure say a be nipa bebre say there's no way be go into a game not such a player or better than change. But don't forget Chelsea now has had breaking the record no with Moises Caicedo as the transfer recorder in England say. So between side two players no kwano Chelsea spending almost £220 million. Way 105, way 115 and the cabo no me no abegina mfimfio. But coach no doesn't care about your price tag. All he wants is that a person the back line no air shielded. Now fee attack na when mon so air sharp. Obi anya the idea and the mindset and the responsibility say so about wachi now be defend because Kopama cannot defend well for you. Noni Madueke cannot defend for you. And Jackson set time biano or around
in the case of Enra so Pedro Neto and so fast had an game no to say o back line no I say shaky kakra no when you shield in front of them a lot of teams ever penetrate normally goes a good Chelsea. Don't forget goalkeeper no so no in terms of shot akon so anyhow wa concede no ultimate tag na so one of the best goalkeepers in Premier League in say it coach no is so much concerned about how Chelsea be defended very well when they are under attack. Now attack no so stay in the line to make sure say or more return attack na almost no man counter attack a place in the and clearly any team be our closest as spaces in the Chelsea biano Chelsea has struggled to play against them. And I knew very well say coach FN Ruud van Nistelrooy would do that. On my Chelsea the opportunity to operate. And until for most part of the first half, a game no I said the game was boring. Because there were not too many chances. And yet open play chances be just like you last season the return leg now of course the bridge and also no I 4-3. Emma Chelsea we need that game no. So a manager who knows the job and knows what he's doing. But on the side of Manchester United, clearly a reactioner na nipa bebrebe person be hu say after the EFL win na omunya ye no what is 5-2 no to achi na unya a proper test against Chelsea omo attack very well
Now omoye a threat to a lot of teams are say United is show baby and say unya chances in a game against a team ultimate counter attack go ultimate create open play chances in a game so finish your chances no at 1-1 you can give me that shot now with the man there be the mentality of the Manchester United players no and we think somebody who finds it very easy say me blame Ten Hag for the man and the cost no because 17 15 19 years 20 years of Barcelona players no think very quick on the ball. And today the difference between a good player and a bad player is the minute and the seconds are what they doing when you have the ball and when you don't have the ball. Let me engage Kanu first. Kanu, on your screen, what would have been your first option?
But to space. Ahmad never.
Ahmad and
to the name space and monostrate and menu. But to then baby wait me run yakofa offer be on versus
the goalkeeper.
No, Chelsea defender now or that Zagzi no.
No, I think Badiashi or
Oben Adjun say or Babon also. So or Babon also Obeja Zagzi when your option. Wa ma bon also only keep anko.
Kofi, oh a Chelsea fan. But put yourself in the Manchester United shoes. When I hear Garnacho and Kabede.
I say space need Ahmad ne in between
sure
Kowell ne Fufana.
Yeah.
Just put it there for Ahmad.
You see, sometimes you think about maybe you think about the thinking of the Manchester United players and on Tiasie. Say an academy boy.
Okase locate Zexia too long an option.
And they said De Bruyne Amojuma.
Yes, and on this one
no crown we was it Fufana or close.
No, who is Saudo Onechi? Etwa pass na. Ebefa Kowell enim. Akoto no. By that time, maybe a rubber box.
You have to be very accurate.
To goalkeeper, no, so bet me ababefa.
That was always very accurate in this.
Ahmad is the first.
Garnacho had two options. First one, I say, now, the angle of the 6-yard box, no. Can you hear the angle of the 6-yard box in our shot? What it means is say, post no, away and left no so. Post no. So the goalkeeper is not even running into the post. The back to the ball, face to the goal post. What it means is that chance and Paul neighbor will Garnacho on. Oh, you're clinical enough. You can shoot from there over ball. The best option the Okano. Just a simple pass into the running path of Ahmad. And just like you are saying, Sana technically at here, Ahmad decides to all run it. Now, Cole decided to say or abandon the defensive duties, no. Aban ho so by attacking her then on so bet me release the ball into the path of Zexi. But this is Garnacho, a player who has had academic training as I joining Manchester United youth team and you promote the senior team. And this you cannot blame a coach if a player we decides on and that was the option.
Amorim Bapa also is serious. I should not be starting Garnacho in our games.
Now why Anthony?
Dabi say yeah we are wingers me no Rashford and Cote d'Ivoire you know
Ahmad
Abidjan in right Rashford left only because of Garnacho until the Rashford ball right and Rashford has always been productive or left or turn right
no correct
and the right no one you waste no but you man and Chema Ahmad because Rashford started
no correct
but Rashford is starting at the wrong position but the other Rashford position is wasteful
so the clearest opportunity and you bet 2-1
me who video be or Jibo be I wasn't go bet mine simple judge some Chelsea Gian come here counter Casemiro the Chelsea ya be committing foul and I think he was even yellow carded Casemiro buff full in the whole city boy no
you see that is why you need such
but money na one we TV no camera and capture will be phone
that is why you need such characters in the team say coach to control the attitude and mentality of the boys. And maybe someone say why and how and the United then 2-1 enter Chelsea from this position when we have entered into the 80th minute. Clearly, can United bit take the opportunity to go ahead and even win the game. But this is the mentality of the boys. Rashford. Bruno Fernandes man long pass be to the last post no but you shoot two ball on the fire no
the Bopuna.
There be on man long pass be on one or last po on a ball betono. Or the inside foot no sen go or bonny saying you so bonny saying side netting or baby cry. A players who are not quick to think on the ball. Shadia a Casedo Monet, those players and quank a won't for Barcelona. And way a player that was squander a chance a bet cost to be Nejuma. And the mentality will have to change with Amorim joining Manchester United. And see any change in the attitude of the players. I'm not sure. Says man, even 17 years he will change anything because over the direction and the trust this Manchester United hierarchy enya Eric Ten Hag mo. Say yeah man, you choose no ahead of Ronaldo. I choose the same manager no ahead of Sancho. Men say manager and say ne results here. He was a long-term project for Manchester United.
Okay.
But this is how United blew the chance on Bitmania a positive win for coach Ruud van Nistelrooy in the league against Club Chelsea. Champions League because Kofi had justice to the game. The other big game which is Anfield where Liverpool were coming Leverkusen. Can you face with emotions in the bed also because timer Papa Feno Jurgen Klopp announced say opese oje adwuma no hoko season end there in general case obeje adwuma no ho after the season wako no. The possible and the likeliest candidate na Liverpool fans no anywhere see nyina call for was Papa Feno Alonso. And Alonso adia no de ni team no ye no na ye clear say on an established squad more the character and the attitude mentality to win no more the history behind them obey wonders. Now he was on the verge of having an invincibility in the league, in the Pokal, and possibly in the Europa League. And you name him this year say eventually Atalanta Ademola Lookman make sure says Adian Mbem into league nim there onya invincibility no in the Pokal onyaye. But in the Europa League, so Liverpool fans after the season were still rooting for say Yemfa Papa Feno Alonso one of their own who is part of and who was part of the 2005 squad now. Almost the unthinkable in football when a star-studded AC Milan led them 3-0 in first half. Our Champions League. First half 3-0. But Club FN Liverpool, if Fretchery, Ebetite Kanu, I don't know Alonso Nankasa Kwasenya go in that game. Making sure say Omoye come back a winning game on penalties. But he decided say obesity. He was the hottest commodity in the football market at that time. Because na Madrid and so hey, there were other teams no more say Ombitmania the signature, including Barcelona and Po. But he decided to stay and will stay, you know. Kanu Niamanya said the non open. This same fixture in 2005 in the Champions League, first leg, Alonso Nyakwe and Siakan enter Leverkusen because he was injured, no ankle injury when Siakan. And this time, Oba back to Anfield, where fans not cry see him Fanemra. Na Ebia, Ombe Philly say or deserted team no. When they needed a top class coach to mean how the war coming will be, say as on Bejen fell so, and on believe we say as or turning the back on them to Nadia as a legend or back number war coming. But Adia and a slot iron. Emma Obi unfair the fact that Alonso decided say Oma Obefa Jumano. A only club if Nottingham Forest and now stopping from picking all 3 points in the game. In the Champions League, Omashe Bologna, Omashe Leipzig, Omashe AC Milan, 3 out of 3. And over the points tally now, Omone club Efreno Villa with the same 9 points. League actually and so. But and the slot is on the way, so Obit making 4 out of 4 home games for Club Efreno Liverpool. but it leaves Liverpool with not too many options in this game. The beautiful thing is that now no mutimi rescue omo from position at Brighton. One of the worst first half performances and a slot in the team no for Liverpool. The Nano Saturday on boy no
against
Brighton. But in the second half they turn it on. That is the character of a good team. They make sure say we win game by 2-1. But Salah as usual is on the way.
Say that's a pa. Dimonda.
Yes, open you.
Yeah. Young Queen, man. We can Arsenal lose you as a mentor. Can the Munim Arsenal lose you na?
Oh, say lose.
You know, I'm Zadeba kwa tibia chepa Ateta out. Tibia cho.
Share.
Ateta out.
Unti. And I only sometime I didn't come out here.
Za.
Hey.
Ateta out as I say. Oh, that's a media na so the nam so be Ateta hu Ateta out.
Unti nenka.
Babe 3-4 years ni Ateta out me hu be that.
Oh, what the upper Fred for time as see said that friends are chiano.
Oh no, ya that nim so ya that.
What the chiani we are no busan say na say Ateta kose. Obo hu ase. Yes.
Ateta out.
Yeah.
Say Nigeria for boys ne back o. I say Arsenal ko bo match bi. O say we me carry mfa ho. De we de nyina wa ha. E bo we de betia de say Ateta out.
Say
but say Ateta out there.
We say baby obefa Arsenal team no. Ene baby odi aba be drew no. Kanu unhu progress. Unhu improvement e wo team nim. But I say the hopes are yenyaye last 2 seasons. Now the governor then I was there. Arsenal I was here now. The hopes yenya last 2 seasons, you know. Last season so Kanu. Last minute your man ko yam fam man. This season I say ye hopes in our kosoro. Pa. Even before the start of the season, me catch the governor Kofi say this season it was a Teta G League in my Arsenal because what the second this season we anything apart from first and also be winning league now and you can say you entertaining a Teta. And before the start of the season no, there was some and also make us Arsenal problem kakra bi or went to me and solve problem no say obenya a typical goal scoring number 9 at the Amaye but nani hopes nyina wo Kai Havertz mu say obetimi aye dwuma na e de ama Arsenal but Kanu clearly this season send no more kono early days there but as the hopes in Arsenal team no and Arsenal supporters e wono the likes of Raymond Congo Spanner strong Arsenal fan lawyer Ishmael Boache, former Sante Kotoko board member, strong Arsenal fan.
Captain
Koda, an ardent Arsenal fan.
Okay.
So
Buboko, mention all. Ateta out squad na Bubodo.
So hopes now yeah this start season no.
Ateta out.
Penny as a vim no ever from Kakra. So they
make out. See our 10 games. No be leadu. Do that top leadu musay. Say you couldn't time
and you bebre.
Oh, any problem I war with some Kotoko fans. Yeah, all. Yeah. Some Kakrebi. Oh, Kakrebi na. Like as a people are so negative. I'm for trying to say BBC na de be much my money.
Yeah.
Oh. And I think I have BBC award also.
Hey, like people,
I'm for person.
Me one person.
No, much me can't on person.
Yes. Me one person. Coach look at time no. Me ka omo na omo enye se me defend no but omo na omo sound some warning say hey Kotoko we need 1-0 the way more pressure papa no munya abutire o within a 3 back no na o deploy
Emmanuel
Jemfi the right wing back no na obon perfect. And hey, look at 3 back.
The crowd money in Peru, 3 back. We gonna say Dr. Gumbo bin and say, you put 3 back, you know.
Yeah. As after on has Olusu in a controversial way, Belusu Bakumi, I think against Wafan so as a board draw be and a pressure ni ye too much nti na also oko and na also or convert it and as sisa ebebo 4 back and as a back 4 te hona resource no start say na enkoye makotoko say they make out say na eventually no omo pam no
say du mu na kopam
say du mu na kopam no nti Kanu Ateta de no and I make nanka ye with the option say benya I mean a typical number 9 goal scoring striker but yan solve sa issue no for defense no problem midfield and so the outcome this season so I say some injuries be and as a for me the over reliance on Martin Odegaard no and so the absence and so any effect on the team yes other players no a ball and also more a ball ni position no or more very well but then still who feeling the absence in the team
okay
and to media this season maka early days once a bomb of 18 Man City in there I just say City
Atiana Bedorf
omo so no enye omo ye beatable enko the last 2 seasons ni last season ni bi enti ye early days yet
and only City for first defeat na
yes.
league ni mu
this season this season
wow
so now more 32 game unbeaten from last season eba nyina
City there
so
City there na ishia omo anka e be
se mo Liverpool na omo ho eya ehu enye enka chima Arsenal there but the vim now they started from last 2 seasons dibura last season but this season no
generally no Arsenal born na perform gitum sa there is it's not about defeat no munya
Ateta out for no I'm say
no
there be oyana advocate for Ateta
the ones that starting with you anything na mesri no starting and me catch and say mumfa mo adwene nkoto sa level no so
Ateta out
enti abutre ba no mo ntiase okay the problem with Arsenal is performance no on form honestly no now we can about
any forms are performance in any forms are but
hey so far well we should be 2 games so
you see I was Ateta I shall say some of the decisions no see because you don't play Partey at right back when there's Ben White what is here
Ben White born over 2 years
Ben you say we improve like Wabua Manafa on ebo
the Chelsea abi beat e kra o
now what the
more Chelsea your point
say any more pay and I think goes in na
Chelsea be ko 18
plus 8 and I hear plus 6 Chelsea say enye no
na ye plus and I minus 1
now points yes
more minus 4
minus 3
United
you goes minus 3
minus 9 am consider 12
okay
now points yes and according goes
that be points no yeah na be amorimba munya botra amorimba dia sa amorimba oba ye 3 4 ne kama man for sa
Chelsea you best start season na omusu no
and Maresca ni nim de ode ba sa ba no
one person na no pe Maresca cry Nana Kuka pe Maresca start on so start
name fisusa
also ontimi nye adwuma no o start a wo hye nyina o say ontimi nye adwuma but say me sure say o ye convince say with time kakra bi no Maresca betimi ayi adwuma no
anyway
go back Arsenal is still
you Arsenal Ateta out Ateta in I don't hear Ateta in.
It is not too far away from them.
Now say Bibiansi na den
especially when Baba Martin Odegaard said Liverpool L 25 points. City is second on 23. Nottingham Forest third on 19. Then fourth position Chelsea on 18 points. Fifth Arsenal on 18.
So between Arsenal and Liverpool 7 points.
7 points from the top.
Arsenal 7 points.
7 points from the league in the
money.
And omo Paul Rano. Only say Ayiba. Is it Martin Odegaard?
No Odegaard says Candy mo omoka Odegaard. Writing Eshe Arsenal no. Omo de koshe declare right so nenya red card free.
Ayampa.
Afi so de amuso Odegaard a woni ho.
Senior.
Odegaard
it takes a lot from.
What's the difference?
Say a difference of 7 points.
And Liverpool were 25 points.
Yeah, and can you league difference? Arsenal were 18, City was saying.
City or 20.
Anti-difference saying.
And yet City
Liverpool
difference 5.
Difference 5. Yes, I need a fan.
Okay.
Say Liverpool dia enye hu nti ye City ni ehwe omo. Omo na ye de ko. Because you say Liverpool
na wabiti ni pana wo hwe ne dan top no.
Nottingham Forest be odai.
Oh, on dey say on ka.
Ono obejim from abi. Obejim from abi na ko. Ono na ho. Enti who calculate pa be ka say.
Enti Liverpool so Nottingham Forest ma o top.
Enti be ma say Man U see chase Nottingham Forest.
E bu chase o be say
Man U Chelsea adwene odebo league na say obeso say Nottingham Forest. So the wedding. And one out chase no.
Na Chelsea dey omo peto phone nti whether Forest or they be we no other phone ma we.
But Charlie, Liverpool was a man for sure.
Now for Liverpool serious Arsenal
serious.
No, Liverpool with
injuries too small.
Liverpool with injuries, omo grind the results. Omo lose omo first goalkeeper, Alisson Becker. Omo lose one of their dangerous forwards, which is Diogo Jota. They are still making results because Diogo Jota call off no. Down in there, who say senior born and yes, can the turn and the ball. Why you don't know who are born who will be, but so he's playing well. He's giving them goals. Call the Gakpo. Electrifying now.
Mama, you try home runner. Yemeshe Otuado meeting on Jordan and you are queer. Kuvisa we are aware of. Yes, we knew Otuado ne Jordan Akusia. Yeah, and Demi Martin say. Was the Georgia not too happy? We the last international break now. Video be by after Ghana and Sudan. No church and send me much request here near there.
Yeah.
And then there's a kusi Libya. When you are teasing Guineans and Zembebre. I think we have Jordan war issues.
No, Jordan were issues with the way I tried to set you up.
Very good
formation. 4-2-3-1.
Bibi anti Otoado. Any Jordan ko srano tin komodie no I say omadi nkomo ama bibia e fine ti
our problem with how we set you up say on
how we set you up entirely say be a 4-2-3-1 but you feel say some opponents yes and some approach game especially Niger
Sudan
as a coach ni nyaade
no unze coach bit ma wo
say
no
senior players
can say untimi nkyere wadwen but say wadwen e bia coach yenko ni say me feel say koni say oh okay who's wadwen you use that's fine that need different but for a player to question who coach say yeah bomb match of this pedigree against this country say na coach you see yenko bo say ti no feel say nya papa that's what just on nya de
far from that show
one coach is ya no me mistake
menim say membrama say 4-2-3-1 no almost the ideal lineup and I say formations it began with variations and in the 4-2-3-1 no quite so about with mine flat 4-3-3 it been so the obey say 4-1-4-1 so no attack here obeja one defensive midfielder now do attacking minded now I join it 3 no more striker ne chino now 4-1-4-1 it here vary no but coaches will have their style of play, but there are some opponents out to me than on Sakakra. So he feels that Sierra Angola no me tough. Omukura ball, possibly mini abo game no. Now person okono 4-2-3-1. Understandable. Ukoshia Egypt be ya pesi so keep pressure na kakra. But not when we are expecting to dominate a team like Niger. Now still about a double pivot in front of the defense now all limited the potentials of attacking.
Can can basic go. It is a coach in Nimwe na bon.
There be a bomb but particular game now.
Where can you basic go?
Your coach is
ball no any we common knowledge or bomb the coach in Nims anime na bon.
Enye se onimo e bia onimba onye na dwe so obeye. By your coach no see say onya de.
My emblem coach no no me ba. There's no way 4-2-3-1 ebe limit the team no and I say ebe limit players from going to attack. There be said the per the explanation can the demand no say woni Niger kobo maybe I'll set up in a 4-2-3-1 formation or who say betimi a limit
no the men fa Niger mpo fa Sudan e wo Accra
okay
he here 3 points at all costs and now o set up 4-2-3-1 awa you leave a low a one striker there.
Na Madrid mo
Champions
Champions League final.
Na sa Real Madrid. Real Madrid. Say or set up 4-3-3. Na anu ya Rodrigo de Goes say free wo e no ye no 4-2-2. But eno krempo no
4-4-2 ana.
Dabi 4-4-2. But eno kra no edru ba bi a omo attack a so hu ena oye no 4-2-2 no. 4-4-2 sorry. When they lose the ball, Jude ebe drop it. So ati ase. So Real Madrid no or more 4-2-3-1. Hansi Flick ena Obayen was steady in the Barcelona team no. And when we said this formation will suit the players because our Lamine Yamal or Rafinha or either Dani Olmo or Fermin Lopez and or Lewandowski or a proven scorer or Lewandowski there say create the chances for me finish it. Do we have such a striker in our team? You don't. So who pay goals? You don't go and leave one person there. When your opponent is playing 4-4-2 or 4 defenders or 4 players in the middle, you struggle. And it is a player trainer being say coach. Don't take offense.
Meba.
Me wanna mean coach
me problem is
I'm not sure he
did.
did.
Meba Sandy. Kanu you about 4-2-3-1 and chess necessary yeja one player nko anymore.
Yeah.
I mean the two wingers there, even the all striker nature no. At a point on also betimi akoka no. Say how many teams in the world Kanu me kra me hu bi ache. How many teams in the world and the koja 2 strikers anymore so omo de omo nka ho.
2 strikers when you see the tennis so set here 4-2-3-1 me say we hear all the coaches no omo boss hard na. They have a trusted scorer anymore. So what you say? Omo a ombeko 4-3-3 no. They have wingers. Necessarily new omo na omo do things so omo share goals, but they add goals to their play. For example, Pep obe set here 4-3-3. 2 players were anymore in addition to Haaland, right?
Yeah.
It is great for Haaland to score. And we are sure say Haaland who created 3 man obetimi asemu 2 ana meboa. And now in situations where you can score, you too score. So, by ye case no Kanu, we don't have for one as our target men. Inaki. The scoring rate of Black Stars is 0.000. And yet, so I say, oh the same you begin a so no target man out over 4-2-3 wouldn't could get any more no more or no same. So what I say, and he set up in a 4-3-3 formation. It gives you more numbers when you set it up, so that when you lose the ball,
set it up, you create chances.
And I make come baho. Kanu, yes,
it's not as if you create chances. So you create
is it because of 4-2-3-1 no? And a ma chances are nya no ye intimi an convert. Why the nya chance on you goalkeeper no? Debbie just give me 1 minute. Me 1 minute let me make it point to me. Why na say a point a chance no on you goalkeeper and you Kudus. What was his role in the 4-2-3-1 as no onjina and I
second striker
number 10 so or you don't copy anymore to the extent that on your ball
ball number 10 you are close to the box
so I was say and 4-2-3-1 in chess they be a yen Johnny Paba ku anymore and a 2 meba 2 yene Central African Republic wa yes you almost saying
and look at the work you the emfa recent
yes you almost saying 4-2 the same lone striker na way anymore. Wingers in Sushe goals and ameboa. Anything a war Isakwa on a good day no on also on your ball now or the book when more between room wabuashe. Anything a war your friend saying Mevan say Kudus on a good day for him or be working no aquakwashe. Yeah, what Jordan or even so pretty from the wings I'll bet me ashe. And to me for me the me person me can say it's not about 4-2-3-1 but it is about the effectiveness of players now.
All right, so we are back after the break. Yeah, back more on this subject and then other issues ɛwɔ any amount for interest or more the current happenings that was Asante Kotoko mu nyina no ye ba ani atoa so
apomode mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture apomode mapade eno ane hepa plus mixture.
Hey, Unia, Pavi, and the Plaxmox mixture no malaria dronana. Ani, say nam sa. Ubeje di sa menim wife nyina ye tested positive. Ya num bie no. Say a kum malaria money nyina. Am ye nyina negative. Ade ho. Won na wo ye Hepa Plus mixture no. And wo di we nsu aba. Sentia. E wo say wo immune system e strong da bia. Enti Pavi
E support immune system no.
Na Plasmox no so e tu malaria no gu. Malaria symptoms. E te say etipaye, afiafie, wonum ato, ahomre no sa. Achekura 4 days na Pavi and the Plasmox mixture. Wanom no e tu malaria na se kura. Anya sa ade akohu doctor. Fra 0542 778572 and 0542 807907. My dear Dronedi Pa Pavi Plasmox and Hepa Plus Nina. A painful about or more manufo and Quada women feed you no come. Our pharmacist and her bar shop.
FDA aje Jodian Kratwayatu.
Hey, Opani, Mashusha watch. Sir, perfect series books here. Oma me koto bi mama no. O wajajai. Abua wa mo say what to make in kai kama. Wa kabrofo. Na nkontabu akra de ejajai.
Wonderful. Mese Ghana for GAG perfect series. Atumo no de jai. No de nimdifuo and a tre wa nwoma bia. Our crèche, nursery, any KG, books bia bi. And our science, creative arts, maths, RME, history, coloring, computing, OWAP, nina. Every basic 1, equasi basic 6. English, every basic 1, equasi junior high school. Ne bane combine so o nina bi. English nom and maths nom me say. Books be anywhere. Perfect series, any bi. Na GS, any naka. And so I'm approver. Into a battle pia koto bi maneba.
Hey, and na say we there. So ko be kura betumi akotu akoton. Amani students o.
Na eno kura de. What table no say we almost set mock exams, terminal exams, and midterm exams at the mass school so here wamomua at to phone call putuaja station wa and crying down so mine first stop any omamu beer yet to books beer for 0243 299938 and 0540 755 465 perfect series.
Your worst future is secured.
Charlie, I feel about to idea. Imagine a baby pound. Me who dear meto manimpo.
I don't know who they are better man. Would you make the policy about Mama sorry, Baba?
I feel so NDC bar. You will be in Juman kitten. My person branch executive na di omuhobe gym. Say Kuko na person share poultry farm. Ketu ebi near Mao Akuko Bono near Tom Kuko na Mao near Mao Ediania o de beto Ediane Sika o de beto Ediane Mao.
Hey, na don't know mostly. Onya nyanto wasie. Inti wait na papa ne say yanto abama no. Abba papa no on sign ye cry. Dada noa mudie ma yentie policy ba ko Dr. Bawumia e wo ma ye mabunu no
ye pese mabunu yenya ejuma aye jobs will be my major focus na me be training 1 million youth in digital skills
enya no nko wo so obebie bank ama nwuma nkuma se ne be ye omo so betime bie omunwumam na o ma fa ye mabunu no osan so se obema ya to ade enne na yetua ne kakra eno ne credit scoring system no
Sir?
Oh, enya no nko ma mensan just oba ko nka ho. Osan so say, odi ade aye friend no buy Ghana first policy beba. Eno no, opese Ghana fo nyuma no mu bie no mutimi fa ye mabunu no.
Wow. Sisi ade. December 7th abatu no. Minim dia meto ama no. Dr. Bawumia, wa na meto ama.
Ani bold solutions na Dr. Bawumia say, odi ba ma mabunu no. We ye mu nketu akra. Me kra masisa ma adwun. Sisi ade, enya ade meto ama JDMP o. The bold solutions man no. Onno na meto ama no. Mo minia wa ye ni nyina. Afi we die Dr. Bawumia vote no yemfa ncheche ende therefore die yemfa ncheche vote Dr. Bawumia #1 on the ballot.
I don't go ataje enne yate denne ataje enne yate I don't go ginger yenumate wine ginger yenumate wine
ojam tie atadwe ni ginger ya combine dia ye adonko atadwe ginger no ene ma no de bonyum sa no
na say edisi o de to no if say adonko atadwe ginger no eyensa adonko bitters limited for na adonko atadwe ginger yi akowole wom no ewo form enti obi etimi nom chi opemfo ene obi a onyamro emfiedu nwotwe wonom a wadi emfiedu nwotwe and abefo nso ebenom no sebe nyansem na ewo drinking sport bia mu we die ma ye ni mari nyira hwimom se
Adonko ataje.
Ene yate dene ataje.
Adonko ginger.
Yenu wate wine adonko. FDA ahwehwe adwadi nkrato yi mu agye atom.
Ope se wo kwa aburokyire kwaye dwuma ana wo kosua de emfo ani nkyere baabia esan se Yejima Travel and Consult abama se wo bebo wa mo akontuo ho nhyehyɛ ye bɛyɛ fofofo. Yejima Travel and Consult ma akontuo yɛ simple kra esan se wo kanyumaku akukudamwe wo mayi mu adi amanfo tu kwan no ho. Oh enanu ya Ghana Tourism Authority abo na yabaso se 2024 best traveling agency in Ashanti region enam wo modinbonti. Yejima Travel and Consult Edin Kwada wo bo homodin pa wadisuam nansu sikasemunti watifie toto no akọ Canada brechmemu a wo koto wa adisia so enti se wo pese wo kọ Canada UK USA ana Asian country bia so no Yejima Travel and Consult beyen krata asem ni nyina ma se ye visa passport birth cert hotel any flight reservation obeyen ni nyina kama ma bra Yejima Travel and Consult eneya na yemfiri wa kwantuo krata asem no ho hyehyɛ yema obehu Yejima Travel and Consult wo Kumasi North Central so ena Obuasi Zongo Yak Towers and now ubefre 0552 098 298 Yejima Travel and Consult wa kwantuo mu boafo.
Kumasi anke disika koko be ye form ha nyina Kumasi nyina se on beka se ye nyehwe.
Enti Asante Masina Pai asese wo sre akane mampani mahama so wonhwenya akwan ne yie no ebuaya odema Asante manie wo sisi wo disika ko gold egu akwan ne nyina so mpo a enya de be ya Asante mafe na ye wani so enu ntina wa mampuntunwuma sefata ma Asante memu ende yi wo hwe Asante memu a aban ayi akwan bebre de tintine no abru 2000 kilometers enye nonko Oba Asante memu a abandwumedie sonko a watu di agenda 111 no ayaresabia edunsia na woye ho adwuma na emu enum de wawi a wate ne safre ho a eche bia no obepa ho ntoma hwe Kumasi International Airport and a free SHS ya aboa awofo bebre hwe so na to ababo ho ban to abama number 1 to mabaomia
Premuna nyato emredru so benya Vena mineral water. Vena mineral water no oye no ultra modern factory ewo Kumasi heya. Vena mineral water, share love, a pure refreshing taste.
102.9 Otec Sports. Setting the trends that others can only follow. Otec 102.9 FM, the pride of Ashanti.
All right, so yaba nonkunu na pound sima and 9 live Otec FM so 102.9 na yebehwe Ghana Premier League any echirin sem na echirin komo Yejima Travel and Consult for siankoso ankai mo se yakwantuo mu nsem nko ade a na watumrika aba wono aso ye sanze ho ena omeye nkratasem amawa odi betu kwa wonya wo ha obia ya na manfo fees abrochire ko na abrochire unzo bia kwa abrochire no wo the respect amano maza abrochire ko dene no unza awanza manfo unza bia wo dru ya watcha picture na video bi ni ala into movies abrochire ko no sorry ana fa bag na akokutu ka ko free play na akoye enye easy
obi betimi abrefo but 10 years
so still no ya dina na boga
sanity na yemre
oh yeah kwantu ni
yemre sanity
tinya betesa
unya travel and tours so ye reliable adwuma no onimi ye pa
yeah
ebeye easy edi ama
ti media me hu so obi wo outside Ghana especially be fruit plane na ekodi ya ya na me buni pa na pa because bra pansa na wo tumi afru sa plane no you see the betuma bi bia maw obetumi afru plane no na akwa koduru krom ho ba ye betuma ba se ma unwura krom ho obesan afru plane amagana unwe no so bi da
na no kra no unim ye betumi a check usi ye no uwura ha ya hwe bibia e kama wo kwa wo be pie ehun se wa pie sikrom ne yase cratch bra yewre fi ba ko bi
maza
ye be hwe no aya na edu awura dem bi nkomo na edu awura bi hu se wo sa ti play mu wo beti wani na kotuka
enye yize
ba play ndi otene mu abehu se watene mu
as watene mu kwan àwọn fo tram de bia me no be si o mu kotoka ma mu ni mu
o ye be catch
hwe wo de no enti mesrew say akwanto unsem na umpe all this stress na say connection man for na banso azanfo dosun say man for do mu hajim enti wan hwe yi a okwabrane beju sika adwane e na de bia mi to man for so for say men you too desperate in life bibia be desperate bia na man for timi take advantage o mu etumi ebo apo because no with desperation no enim as a Scandia na wan na ga o say oni pa bi sa omo ye bibia ma no so no afa chire kra fi say mo che ono afa chire ni different connection man kra gwa ma wadani 60,000 crash in Zambesi ne so nti ya as onya botre now searching for the right place now call no mo your documentation ma na you demand kwade ba kwa sama mani ji omo hunu say omo to onya visa nkwa no omo ji o say omo kan omo say visa for US UK Canada Australia omo tumi ajama o so they call Schengen states be to say Germany Netherlands France Spain ya dey omo ajama o so call Australia o so call Asia man na so Qatar China ni ade mo ni Saudi eno so be yama na se na me kan say nyo eno nkwa ni dwuma mu die se wodu ho ebia we green wo de obeso otu kwan wo de ane se ukita osika obeso otu kwan uni passport uni hwe birth cert mpo ni bi o meye ni na maw no manya botre enkrata bia wo hia bia empo da wo de be call interview se country ko obeso kono so mo ye interview a o metumi ape booking date na maw unim se January Lucas wa wo pe booking date for US embassy akwa interview a next year nyina days ni nyina ayema o the whole of 2025 ayema. This is all pay date over 2026. But we mu da we don kwasha omunza o pay date next week kura meet manya bia ma. Enti you demand for the boy adwuma pa obi amfa ne hunyim na afei ye nyina ye nwane. Na ye kwe ni. Abrochire no aben peche. E ba do demand for say bra North Suntreso. Boogies building no echi hope. Obuase your last floor of Yak Towers and ye opposite Canadian Bank no. Eho ena yewo Ujima travel and consult telephone numbers ni number mu bia betumi afre ubetumi test or WhatsApp betumi na SMS Telegram ni nyina omehu no afi ma reply 0553 944 608 0553 944 608 and 0552 098 298 0552 098 298 eno any ujimat womo telephone numbers na ye ba betwa adonko yes adonko bitters adonko atadwi ginger and adonko 123 alcoholic beverages are ekura yemu eno an ye de pem kwa anim ye de didi sanse my appetite me didi na afie sanso de didi sanse my mema sem gina ye me etumi didi pa enti helps no ene ekwa ye ho adwuma ya na wa hye ne so se we no enye China nobi no bi akọ tran bebi dia fra France dia bro se genom da bi with the natural herbs Ghana yen kwaye na see galamsey for ma dwen se o mese no yen twen ema galamsey for mon sei no with the eye kwa bretum pa galamsey for no nuru ho oni ku tunu bi na ni free ye dia be hyensen no wanu manya hoden enu ntina abanu bewie ade be kye be sori ho dendenden hangover tipa ye bia ni akiri o na yesa wonna musa ho den appetite a udidi nyina no e wa donko bitters atadwi ginger na donko 123 mu wo yo ba watinka akwa kudi akiri bema wo no wa ho odin won paso no wa utimi say aba form drastically e ba ne sa le bia no bonse ma no e dwene tutu na brai enkane na otimi ya me ho adwuma pa o na nanze ba ne sen minu abema e bia honam ni mu entini ni amama ya koje waboso enti e wo so wonnom herbs a ebetumi akwa yi ni nyina afiri ho na amamoja etumi afuro se ne be ya wo so ummem asem no ebetumi apega we nya trick bia we nya dro we nya azan nya trick nya dro nya hwe eye adro na esa wonnom na wo kokko eko sa ho yare ko yiyi amama ni nyina firi ho na clear tubes ni mu nyina so ajaze na moja tumi koba so sisi yare koko honam ya waposo ya nina ebeko adonko bitters adonko ataju ginger na adonko 123 enti mesro ya no wanumbi sport any pub baby a chance bi akwa benye bi next level energy drink next level energy drink energy drink eno so ewo dwaman so ekoyi ahoden wom mo ahoden soronko wakọ adwuma ba na wabre as ultimate restore energy ni na lost energy ni na as restore timisro no next level energy drink dudu atuo no afre 0561 200333 0561 200333 and 0504 499 977. All right, Enra Asante Kotoko eluso omo first home game of the season, almost second defeat of the season, and back-to-back defeats in the league. Eno ama se say amanfo pi choma dwen we de ne de fa ha na we de ne de fa ha ni nyina ni yie monti Godfather aka Big Osei ye nyina ni se Kotoko no wa support team na che na se say abrabo enti also timi exercise environment kakra they say we busy or US Kotoko ni ka sie wa di Kotoko achi che from the 80s eba nyina no he Kotoko matches ti Kotoko de edana kuma so pa nem wa oi supporters ni bi my name nkasa Big Osei the Godfather bibi aboko de
Kanu nyame adom bibi aboko na musmo Ghana ho
nyankopon da Roma yesu ye ahoden de ye mva nya hwe e wa ha awon de obi pa na we de yes Kotoko nkomo ntina na nwumre nya wo mframam wada Roma we take on all this Kotoko we are back-to-back defeats me hu ni se nkenya ade kuntan bia asini ade ba me say have fans ni bebre especially mo kwantom ni ade but with all this no there na wo kan fa modern bono ehu
yeah Kanu edikan be mamili kan and na was ni akonya sabi mame so me chama ade etoso me nuzo mame nchia sikapa etiefo enyina se o mame sa e kwan so kom Kanu ade say ye ti ase de bia won mi say America de data de bia ye ikura nti yesu ye try say be monitor your team no because your team no ye ntimi enja na jeje mu because when you free ena nya media be dru ase nti the same situation is tie bia no ye ntimi nya your team na jeje mu nti de bia make sure say ye Kotoko beko bia no see even ye ni wakwa na yesu esi kan ketenkete bia de support honoma from ne honoma from nya ye de ye support me kama now recently na I said Kotoko about almost like 3 matches and Noma and Koye yina tiase is part of the game unse football there yina kan hobi so what I say we recently we Real Madrid we players omokutu to nyina Mbappe hwania so Barcelona dey esomo 4-0 it's part of football I say tiase so what I say na ajeba kwa eye me concern pa Kanu hamia agreni Kotoko team na che no Kanu ena me pese chere ma adwene wo ho any saying ina yesum Kotoko yesum nipa yesum coach yesum Kotoko yesum nipa yesum coach Kanu ina no ye wa Kotoko be
yeah Godfather we dey gaba tun wa free baby no ho a aso be so kasa chen
me patrol you no mommy no like I'm talking to uncle so go and play with PP later then I get back to you okay all right good girl
você bruni man just up match o la tun for e bata tracé
ti Kanu we dey Mr. Ramon etiefo
yento aso
oh no chair yeah eti Kanu ye won na me hwehwe social media YouTube ana me titi nsem bi wo no na es kotoko player especially me boarding Safu Jamfi na Safu Jamfi yes good player
why
then one comment be ask me many aje say who to be first say obi hard wa modin but me who say coach no na aso mutu kasache na onti fine coach no kotoko nyane dia kotoko ye fans no sa na otu fo ma yin na ti ase say team ne ye dia enti yentimi ntana ho mo obi enti ye ka se be hwa ma kotoko atofom na later no asa ko peja kotoko yes I you're right as no make anything you one guy be on YouTube if any Richard Koku or say me bodin I'm not if any Koku or say on YouTube as me understand yes say kotoko ye be waste of me sir and I say ye be akwankyere enye redo say ye akwankyere ehunhuma de enti ye no tokuru mu enti so wo begina YouTube na wo ka say ye koya akwankyere ti no ye no ma we atodwa enti ye wa control no ye contribute na ye koya akwankyere it is wrong it's not fair because one woman opponent ehun baby wo free ever enti obi aso no obi kokwa akona wo de weapon betu edwa also be fa another way no so that be face you it's not right ye kotoko from 80s ye hu sa no mani nyina bi da say kotoko ye now you operations you are not part of the management so like you don't have right say we no ma be to just say ye contribution na ye fa go use of means na kotoko and I say ye fa go operations it's wrong I see tutum and some of the can the match in eden ye match in eden team na eba na eden esa na ehun top place ne so emwa ye di kotoko che efie petepepe ye hu sa de bi da ma me hu se empenifo ne supporters for empenifo ne bi e chechire e na de bia no mu feed information e de ma won se de be a de bia no omo de coach no e be gina situation bi a sebi e ma coach no etimi enya focus e fa nya na juma so what I say ye ti ase e football and so we support you kuma sasa tekoro na we dia so dia no na hwese we to supporters na no anya wo dia ne say wo no obeko into technical team na akọchele say no onye anya wo duma no say no ma kochima utumi kasa but utumi say ye kuyo operations ti no like say ye ne boa e ma team ni wini na Pondo Heart of Lions no omni premier no ko first division c'est que Robert moi là c'est waste of me to travel man comme confère division oh which is not right just say you who me to top players so and just here say football either lose win or draw football it so no egu a na hu no wa hye it be bi wona so won ti ase a onko tu for na go say be a coach we omoye it no nana ebe ya da braka boy ni ntimi e ma coach no enyina nchen ni po fofo but who ka say oboase unko because of coach ni ntino unko a which is wrong e do say team no enyen kugu na team no etete pansam ansana nana afro ansana masa ko emu so miss na masa de bokotoko no ansana ko kwasa apja enye papa et mesre mi bra panyini Safu Jamfi enu obi wo ha aya mumu yenye no kokoam oh mamu me fam radio so what I say because Bible kraka osi otimi fo no so otimi kan na nutuma aya da yibun yansani so what I say any people so weapon and they say we come on tum oh titi bo no kodo we waste of means ye fam radio so ye je no kokoam na ida but you see the video another radio so and your radio so YouTube net that one what kind of right is that I didn't hear kotoko sa is e ma kotoko as a costume yeah ma kotoko as a costume fe ba ye di kotoko chi ye di sia konkon ye ko VIP ho enye ye se ubuta akujira kwaso ko hwebo at the age of 19 years but enye hwe de kotoko aye obia no ka kotoko asem no na manfo ataki empenifo ni nyina go within empenifo no mo no o me feed information ma wo mo Among yesa. Oh, yes, I know pretty lassie. Your papa is Sika said, you're from what team. Most supporters know. Sika said, we do at the bottom. No. Including me move him. Sika said, he did what him. No. Are you too for the Jessica? It is said, ye amana. Me and Zen Yam Monochrono. Me in I come boom, then your baku. Near support to Kotokonako. Now, the emperor, you from Moon Catasso, you from Quahim Fee, so coaching the emperor, uncle. What I say, Obio no Sekotoko. You who could second, Omusuche Ogun. What I say, Obio no Tam, I said it, Okasi, Ogun, Ediacono, Yepe. But as you find the right way, now in the area, you're not going to have the corner of Fasuna, you didn't submit radio Sune, Sai YouTube, no, Kukotoko Numasi. Sai YouTube, Kukotoko Numasi, and Yakra Yamakoto Kwayam Krankwati. Yamakoto Kwayam Krankwati. It's Kanu, me 4 videos so. Now, maybe a patro, and Yamakoto 4 fans, Nina, or Ghana, and I said, Mumia Yabutre. Niyam for the right channel. Na yempe kata ba ngu we so nefa nkwa himfie so otumfo ade say yempe but me yem megina radio so na gen kan ensem ye okokrom nyina na da betu da o yesa am no team no sunsun o nyina be dwane akọ
all right
tete no ne enye ne saa ne enye ne saa ne enka we amamu kwakra mu time no kwabra ebu o de mani fie kwa amamu kwakra on kwabra ebu amu corporate Japan mo yeah tisa but recently I see that Nibia bay and I see blaster 20 minute capoda kono 20 minute capoda yes see Nibia ba that with the olden days no that would mean say no one we na papa nti na my team no na ye so effective so na ye bobo it make cap but the nay obi a say we nya sacha obi a so nya sacha obi a obi anya kakra bia na okasa on the boso obi anya kasa okasa on boso umye nyai ne makoroko no enye na sumdue ne mfa ne ntuma mpamfra ne ye nyina no koroko bobo na echa ne maame mu ne ye wo kontom no ne nyina ni age last week Sunday we met man kojuma many wife konya issues because of masters at koroko because koroko bobo na ebo America time 10 o'clock Ghana time 3 it me start to match 3 it me check koroko wi ansa na ko adwuma ti koroko lusu sa to aso sa no bitam paso na yemle wo me wife binya na me nyina mentimi ko adwuma what I say kotoko is part of me, it's my blood. What I say etinu me fa kotoko emfa dey eni agro sa na wo fans no so kotoko yo muja ti kotoko yo muja ade bia wo kotoko ama kotoko nkan kono ena eso me abi no ho but me mo me nkodi individual bi achi say coach na na so ntia asem wakọ America wajeje faces ama nkofuo bi sebi America nye kotoko gede kotoko de som no see ajeje bibia ma ye fanfa at the right channel say yem kotu for say the year anye right ni yem focus about ye kotoko ni yem focus about ye kotoko ni nyai ewiase sensem ni ye ti America ase ekwa no America di say Ghana say Ghana so umre so ne rally bi so obebo but me yem fa America ne yem fa embeye kotoko emfa me ba kotoko ni yem fa ma kotoko emafo umye nyai sa na mu yem fa odo aye wo no yem fa nta kotoko tim dachi
all right
any ahode ni your resource yem fa ta kotoko na kotoko tim nkoso kaka mfa se me kan na nyimre
that's papa example big Osei Asante kotoko chitani our busy or the USA and yet in Kanu to we channel community and Edena for the contribution. All right. Favor Natural Healthcare, Dr. Favor, our Dr. Bola Junction, and our tunes afro say, Waka Kotina Yaribia and what to record when natural and say, ho, and our one would drew. A one will be dry, this Sayaria, Yan on them. To say, when your partner Kushia, no what gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, and I say Arabia, when yan woman, infection be a cofabiano, Mebacho, Tumika neko dote udu dote a Bola Junction na chese wa bon modern ura Bola Junction ho ena ubehu Favor Natural Healthcare Dr. Favor beboa no tu ase ti ubema hu ta kekao ensuo bi frimu ba wa sene be se ho no kekao na ensuo bi nsansan bia be gu bema ho na gu asene a tempera so no entna wo mane nye too late Favor Natural Healthcare Dr. Favor wono ɛna ɛbɛboa wo ɛbɛatɔ frɛ no CCA saa mmerɛ gyadeɛ asa bɛkɔ no apɔnti frɛ no anɔpa ne kɔ anafa number no CCA 0245 378 255 0245 378 255 0245 378 255 na afei yakɔ abapa mall ɛyɛ so convenient dwadi ɛkɔ so abapa mall no ano ɔhye paa woyɛ obi na kyɛ sɛ wobɛ sɛ wotɔ nneɛma ma abusua no wosiesie wo dam anaa wo office anaa waa wo ho ɛna wopɛ sɛ wosiesie na biribia ɛkɔ yie ma wo deɛ a na watummirika de w'ani akyerɛ abapa mall ɛyɛ shop kakraka a ɛwɔ tafo 3 miles sakasaka park n'anim hɔ a ɛbɛatwɔ bɔmmɔden sɛ wobɛkɔ hɔ no akɔdi wo dwadi akɛseɛ ne nketewa nyina kɔ so ɛwɔ abapa mall wopɛ home appliances wo TV no na wopɛ sɛ wɔsesa no ebia de wusu no sua wopɛ sɛ wɔsesa no wopɛ sɛ wɔtɔ LED flash screen a ɛni fɛfɛfɛfɛfɛ ni bi size bɛn na wopɛ fridge double decker ni bi anaa deɛn fan ɛna wopɛ iron anaa deɛn na wopɛ wode ka computer mobile phone anaa wopɛ ntadeɛ mpaboa wopɛ kyɛ wopɛ perfume papa gu ho nkonnwa a wobɛtena so wɔ dam sofa no ɛna wopɛ sɛ wɔsesa no anaa wopɛ sɛ wotɔ nnuane a abusua no bɛdi na wɔtwe no mu anaa bosom no mu nyinaa nti ɛmo na atwere dan ho ne nyinaa wobɛnya bi atɔ anwa ne deɛ aka bia milk ɛho korɔ no baa mbɛtɔ dwadie deɛ ɛyɛ abapa mɔ tafo 3 miles sakasaka park anim ɔmo a so na ɛwɔ Hepa Plus live band no live band yi wɔmo grow ayi ase wedding crusade ne event ahodoɔ nti wode ano sɛ wohia live band nko adeɛ a wobɛfrɛ abapa mɔfoɔ sɛ ɔmo mfa Hepa Plus fɔ no mmra na ɔmo grow ɛma wo nti sɔfoɔ ateme nka woyɛ crusade bi bɛhia live band ɔmɛtumi ato nyamonyom ama asoro abɔfoɔ akoma tɔ mu yam ɛhu zampa saa asase no so no obi ansɛ a wofrɛ ɔmo a ɔmo nim nnwom to paa JPAC ne squad no yes ɔmɛbɔ adwuma kuli pɛpɛ mu yes 0593 386 133 059 338 133 ɛna 059 339 1848 now office space kakraka abɛtɔ hɔ a sesei deɛ yɛpɛ obi ama no han enti wei deɛ managing director for board of directors a mote yɛnka mpanimfoɔ a moyɛ movers and shakers of various institutions ahodoɔ banks financial institutions a mote menka na anwummerɛ yi mpanimfoɔ a mote menka mesrɛ mo momfa no hia asɛm ebia mopɛ space ɛwɔ soame na mobie new branch soame yɛ a meka nyɛ soame nkyɛn baabia sɛ soame ɛkwan ho pɛɛ sɛ nom hotel opposite hɔ a ɛna abɛhu yɛ saa aborosan no a ɛne nom hotel yɛ opposite no aseɛ hɔ space kakraka wobɛtumi na yɛ banking supermarket mall deɛ na bɛsɛ ɔde den bɛsɛ wobie shop kakraka ne nyinaa space no so ti akonya naba mo a mo operate microfinance ɛwɔ kurom ha banks any financial institutions aka ne nyinaa mbɛsɛ wobie branch a mo mmra hɔ na mo mɛgye ne ntɛm sanze mmerɛ ni hɔ amanfoɔ ahyɛ ase tu wana mo yɛmpɛ sɛ ɛbɛwie na bɛka sɛ mihu yanka na aka akyi ti Nrom hotel opposite wa opposite ɛna bɛhu facility a meka wa asɛmi nti abɛda hɔ ntɛmpara so wa yɛ uhia no na watu anamo akɔ akɔgye na ɔsene boɔ no so yɛ very 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 affordable very near miɛnsa ho very 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 affordable 0244 375 611 0244 375 611 ɛna 0542 46 5365 0542 46 5365 na one opamago owner of the facility no enso edi nkomo. All right, yankɔ anymore na yanhwɛ how anima si kɔɛ but in some other news ora bawa fuseni ɔno na ɔyɛ Ghana Athletics Association ɔno mo president and chairman na enra was it enra na Friday na me story wa say abrantia ne din Eddie Evans Cartman ɔno na J gold Emma Ghana ɛwɔ high jump emu ɛwɔ African Games ayi host no on cry no na abrante no ne school fees ayɛ nsɛm pii ne school fees US university ɔkɔ no ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ wɔametua bɛyɛ sɛ $15,000 na on graduate na so bɛyɛ hye paa na akɔyɛ athletics foɔ yi ɛho na aba asɛm nti no panyin ɔda athletics association no ɔga na ha yɛwura aba wafoseni ɛna ɔkyerɛ sɛ wɔn kora na abrante no wɔnhyɛ da mmɔ mpanimfoɔ no amanneɛ wɔnka nkyerɛ panyin biara wɔn a na ɛgya abɛɛfo ntintan so wɔn nam so anoma akɔhu sɛ biribi sɛ na ato abrante no ba wɔn nso ahyɛ ase etu anamɔ ɛhwɛ sɛ mmerepam wɔn nsa betumi aka sika no ɛbɛyɛ $15,000 no na afei wɔn de ama abrante no akɔtua ne fees na watumi agraduate san sɛ bɛyɛ ya sɛ wɔbɛkɔ school paa na wɔntumi agraduate na ɛsɛ wabregu.
We heard it over the media, not officially. I would have wished the athletes write officially to Ghana Athletics for our intervention. But nonetheless, we are working to see how we can support him. Everything boils down to eligibility. We can talk about it later. But that's not the time for us to dwell on the issues or the problems. We are looking at the solution, how we are going to support him. So we are talking to stakeholders in the ministry to see how best we can support him to be able to complete his school dividend. So let's pray. We'll do what we can do to support him. I can't give a deadline because I'm also talking to people. I hope within this month we should be able to get the support for him so that it doesn't meet the 15th deadline next month. It will be very painful that such a talented athlete will not be able to graduate from his school. So we'll pray and we'll work towards ensuring that he get the money, the 15,000 to be able to pay before the end of this month.
All right, I know, and then some ura ne dindi Bawa Fuseni, chairman of the Ghana Athletics Association, wade atuja na yen league, you know, anano ena has eko share mediema 2-0 ewo takwa na Maxwell Asabre former NCC one more executives ne baako ena okasei osifi si ewo no ohun bi da se team bi ni team bi bo na baako hye baako na referees omudi match na omo yasa da ohun bi da ose Friday na ABC referees omudi match no the center referee and assistants and the fourth referee ni nyina no ha se hye no mo pem omo yaya
in the life of me match officials are team B team B omo yapa me hu bi da match na omo di na baako hye baako no de hye no ni yama team no me hu bi da asi Friday no ha se me de ma no omo yaya hye me hu bi da hye omo say ha se win match no as many as 6 yellow cards including our coach who committed no offense at all. So fourth referee ni be di ebe kanu krepa onka the coach ni yanti o me show no yellow card. She say foul, referee foul. Ye me who be da kra ni say referee foul. And o say normally players here eje foul we are o player be gina ball ni say ya on ni teammates ni be take a position. Normal. Enti medium player ne has no na medium player no piano no na fourth referee be no be piano player no say ko ni mo ball no wo decision ni say delay na o delay no say unlawful you add more time. But you don't enter to the pitch and push one player out. And I'll be show the card. Fourth referee when you referee now fourth referee no ko piano player say ko ni mo ball no say the yes has taking it. Referee ni assistant no omu nyina me ni obi adi minim kra me mo o just say omu say league no na ehwe won wo so mbi avia ni na say ya omu ya so me dey me lose match no I don't know why me who be that match officials pa ye bo match na ayamo ya say team be lose ayamo ya onipa ni behavior and na ma hu the intentions.
Okay, the man one di has media man has
na referee
Miss Bao Mohammed.
Miss Bao Mohammed, yes.
Okay. But what about you?
Oh, I'm Shibi. Na me kase na me kamo na me lectures inti.
Okay.
Me share kakra na. I
knew
opinion in common is unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, it's unacceptable. Oh, you don't talk like that. Referees or mabo mutrim poso mpese. Omusisi team ni betimi ase 2-0.
Say I know what you say.
And instances now or citing.
On can say referees
or say omo ya say. How can you describe?
No, but so anything on all actions are who ya.
Okay, yeah.
What they conclude is no.
Yeah, picking one of the actions he's talking about. Say player need try so be delay time and a fourth referee no.
E be piano.
We piano say onko enu ye enough to say say na ye omoya
benya na dwuma
say
for referee ba ku pia player free was free
no so na e ka so piano but me a hon man so but what I know ni say in some cases especially say for referee anymore they have the right to tell you say leave the scene and let the game flow.
So we can tell but in this instance was referee now telling you pushing
well
and then I know can say
he's talking as a typical supporter.
So who say referee a player a delay game what do you do as a referee all the time ni shame no mabo ashim anamboa
enye de bia na
and also be man card be caution be man yellow card
but there are times that referees need to me be so mu ene o kasa say
a different but also we piano
oboa
be say me who incident na dey but
Kanu bo na ye hwe no so I mean has played and they won. Why not focus on players the performance no more on the day and you are talking about referees but you to me cite any instance bia enough to say referees ne ya look at the way he's talking
coach for all the referee no say until the has coach here your man yellow card and here 1 2 6 yellow cards come has 3 a year the 7 I said 7
okay including coach
in the man 7 but players near 6 and a coach can 1 7 and the final you know pushing now or can 1 7 do what tell him yensa
and now
how feel say has air media man no referees ni ya
na yellow card there we are dey deserve yellow card I am farmer can there be a referees enko touchline enko show referee coaches red card there be in the game happens what ya cry uni stadium obe that yasema play unim say let me tell you this one award they say obey team you know players no omutumi di omunse gu omachi ko gina referees na nim say aso wo patch no di referee na tem ba wo ti abonten a wo be fan say play and ni say gu na chi say nti wo pa referee ne chew o show ni card as e no wo pa ne chew ba wo di na tem into some of these days game na here no referee nsisi obia has a share let's celebrate the win and discuss has performance on day in the course so now koka say and now a referee ni say has share I mean it's unfair to the match officials
in the life of me match officials are team B team B eyo mu yapa me hu bida match na mu di na ba kon hye ba kon no de ye hye no eya ni yama team no me hu bida asi Friday no hasen me de ma no eyo mu ya hye me hu bida e shi o mu say as we ni match no as many as 6 yellow cards including our coach who committed no offense at all so for referee ni be di e be kan okre pa on kan the coach ni ya nti o me show no yellow card hwe say foul referee foul ye me hu bida kra ni say referee foul and o say normally players here eje foul we are player ba be gina ball ni sabe ya on ni teammates ni be take position normal enti medium player ne has no na medium player no piano no na fourth referee be no be piano player no say ko ni mo ball no wo decision ni say delay na or delay no say you unlawful and you add more time and you don't enter to the pitch and push one player out and I be show the card fourth referee when you referee now fourth referee no ko piano player say ko ni mo ball no say the yes has take lead referee ni assistant no omu nyina me ni obi adi nim kra me mo o just say omu say your league no na ehwe won wo so behavior ni na say you ya so me dey me lose match no I don't know why me who be that match officials pa ye bo match na ayamo ya say team be lose ayamo ya onipa ni behavior and ama wo hu the intentions.
All right, is it because I takwa suntia na because these clubs are more experiences what takwa but anyway you hear that once na Nyumre Legon Cities as Young Apostles 2-0 Dennis Adoma and a share first goal na Frank Akoto assist and na second goal no 90 plus 5 Abrantia ni dinde Abdul Rahim Yaya of bench na ba na goal na fe brutal then na yi for na pekate Apostles for no ti counter bi na sunye na o je ball no box ni mu no wa mpre no ho no twen defender no wa twen na ball no set man no woni keeper no ko short near them Brekum Chelsea hey me can say Basaka foi pan ko 15 players still a Chelsea be show mo ba nra o mo ko bo 2-2 draw we there o mo fan cheme o my ade pap at a point normally di 2-1 90 plus 1 and a Chelsea tika emanye 2-2 ti Samuel Adu nyame nko anka nra de nyama fa na se Asante Kotoko tena Fema Lions ebetwa meka ba ko wo mo entumi ante Bashe Hayford.
Second half, we looked at if they were relaxed, and it was all about overconfidence. So I have to tell them not to do that because they thought with the name, very big name as Kotoko, and they were playing or outplaying them. And they felt so comfortable. So I have to ginger them so that they. So you see, getting to the end, they pull up their distance, and we were able to have a win today. It's good for us.
Kojo Obin Jr., very calm, very composed. How important is he to
that is what we call experience. You know, experience not always counts. When he got the ball, he was not panicking. He saw that the goalkeeper was out of the post. So we had to do the needful. And so he did exactly that because of experience. As you rightly said, if it were to be any young player, he would be panicking and maybe he would kick the ball away. And that is why we always want to get 1 or 2 experienced players mixed up with the young ones so that they can deliver. So I think it's good.
All right, Henry Bashe Hayford. Now to Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum on the defeats. Enra Boase, Intino.
Coach, it's been 2 defeats in a row. For the first time, Kotoko failed to score. What was the reason for that?
I think we look slow. We look very slow. We look very tired on the field. I think the stress of the journey. I mean, from Kumasi to Enyinase, about 9 hours. We played on Sunday, traveled another 10 hours or 9 hours to Accra to play on Wednesday. That was on Monday. And then from Wednesday to, we had to travel all the way from Accra to Kumasi. So, it's been three games in 7 days. And you could see that they were tired. I don't try to give excuses, but then it's so obvious. Look at from Kumasi to Enyinase, 9-10 hours. And then, so I think it was fatigue that was on our part.
All right, coach said break Accra. Who is an players in the break Accra? Akwantu omututu nansen free Kumasi ko Enyinase, from Enyinase to Nkran to Kumasi to Obuase, all within 7 days. No, na my players na breye pa. All right, to the other ones, Karela, Etifie, Nations could try to kabako when to me ante. Archers and Nations fui. Abrantia friend or Faisal Chawite won the boss out nano on the 75th minute. Emma Nations FC. Omda so kita clean record away. Lose game away. Anna. Yeah,
lose. Or
Mediama. Okay, so for lose 1. All right. Vision any Adriana Stars ebon 0-0 Tema. Gold Stars any dreams. And so born 0-0 LBBNE. So Atemani Betim United bo 2-2 draw. Mediama Etifima House could try 2-0 and Accra Lions and Samatex ball 1-1. And he said yeah, all the 9 results now for match day 9 are confirmed. Now, Chairman K5 ono former NCC chairman. But before ono Yenti Kojo Obin Jr. want to share the only goal nra Boase Emma Lions 3 points and Kanu see kind of crowds of folk. Enra on a she go nsanya MVP and or say award no or donate Emma Dr. Randiabe san say ebimu eyi ni tutwene or no ne hu ade pe woni mu eno so ni mu
coach Bashir Hayford and what me improvement with the time so me dan yanko pass so out of Lions playing for me do mass Dr. Randiabe award we me je dem no and am tama amanfo yi me tutwene no omo ne hu say ne pabo me mo betimi aboa me and omo farm o mutim betimi ka improvement na ba na de yanko pon ye coach.
All right, Nyankopon coach no ba or dedicate award no Emma Dr. Randiabe because ebimu yi ni tutwene no ya ba Kojo Obin Junior has omu yi tutwene sa mum bond there na wo dem fa so has a big team on this time no amfa first year second year third year fourth year Kojo Obin boy has be 5 years old no am da so ten o be as okope oh ye players there omo ntisa ne manasi o se wa ba ha amfa ko be fufuro be fa so what you say aha say approach is that you hu da
no cry you go no share intino or as we champ
no he's playing well
sir
Lions or bopa
enra
or influence some games pa
but media things okay say at Lions level they fine
oh yeah
but sa performance emfa has
all right yentie ora chairman solo chairman solo Yintin and San Yabiti K5 Deno.
The reports were the mama. I tell you,
me appeal to me she say ye coach Ogum every IMC no nya na adwuma as head coach na yenya team a ye bo match pon a ye beto bisa coach ni nsam. We have layman point of views. How they ya di football me di kodok circles me di actually den pa no almost 30 years. How they ye na afran coach afran time any about coaches bia ye bi you understanding in football, you understanding in coaching. I think say one or two questions be bit me sir. But no a management member. What I say me support to be as I say no. I will not do that. But for him to be a management member at the same time I don't think say it's good.
Mr. Solomon Ofosu aka Chairman Solo ena yetene nka chante kotoko chitani former NCC chairman Ora Kwaku Amponza aka K5 yentino.
A technical team no cry back. We give this one more players now top position. Yes, then I which boy. Maybe so I which him fan no boy. I which oya ida se na na 10. Cry back up. Oh, me hwehwe ne ma bi na enye ne ye. So, in fact, the kika kone there. No cry back or something for me trust. Me who team coach ka management ho. IMC coach ka ho what be that. To obi antimi nka na sem e no no ye de ope. Ba o sen ko hu sa de na nka oba fo. Mo hwe na team meeting peja.
The one
Yes. Na minim so the amount for tabo ne fine na the amount more money.
Again van twas. Okay.
Abobo so kakra.
And yeah,
and I say okay. Say okay. Matches no Kanu interestingly.
No, yeah, na wa boboso.
Me boboso. Okay. So we Nations FC has been handed a 1 home match ban for misconduct during the match day 6 Ghana Premier League game against BBN Gold Stars at the Kwame Chase Sports Complex. The club was found guilty of failing to ensure the safety of match officials and allowing its supporters to assault the match officials during the game. Nations FC has also been fined 6,000 Ghana cedis and warned that any further misconduct in subsequent matches will result in severe sanction. Inti amo 1 home match ban and they are finding more 6,000 Ghana cedis.
How many Gold Stars match?
Gold Stars, you know.
All right.
Yes, so almost supporters any among them. And they are more warning. So almost say bioma and the DH no ebe kese pa.
All right.
Number 2, Kofi Mensah, goalkeeper of Nations FC, has been handed a 3-match ban by the DC for misconduct following the match day 6 Ghana Premier League game between Nations and Gold Stars at the Kwame Chase Sports Complex. He was found guilty of unsporting behavior towards match officials after verbally abusing them during the said game. He has also been warned that any further misconduct in subsequent matches will result in severe sanction. Tono Siamano 3-match ban and Yediamano. When number 3, Coach Bashir Hayford has been banned for 5 matches by the DC for unsporting behavior towards match officials during the match day 7 Ghana Premier League game between Karela and Heart of Lions at the Ali Umama Sports Stadium. He was found guilty of verbally abusing the match officials during the said game. Coach Bash has also been fined 5,000 Ghana cedis and has received a warning that any further misconduct will result in more severe sanction. Bashir Hayford is a 5-match ban. Obese to have 5,000 Ghana cedis at the account. We are number 4. Brekum Chelsea's Obed Nanan Ketia has been fined 20,000 Ghana cedis.
Payable within 10 days.
By the disciplinary committee, payable within 10 days for misconduct during the match day 4 game against Asante Kotoko at the Golden City Park. He was found guilty of attempting, along with supporters, to forcefully enter the match official dressing room, assaulting a police officer and inciting supporters against security personnel at the said game. Nanan Ketia has also been warned that any further misconduct will result in more severe sanction. See, Kanu, see we nti discipline committee o ma ba no na o ma bie mpa
na kwa min ketia na born kase pa o mo ne kotoko match no use news by say half time o mo call dressing room try so referee ma he crazy one ade
emo yes o assault to police
officer
bi kwa ka so obo no obo na sumo
the police officer there ya any peace officer sa na manfo ye ne ma kire wo mo a police ni tene no ye ba ko pe hey police for na police ni there police ni there no nya ni ba we soldier ni na nka wo ye mistake na nsa born e match venue wa put in call within 30 minutes this old Johnny wait senka brekum I say match officials most person mu ra ho almost so madwuma me no ho so mo mpene ma nwura ho na wako you nsa bo soldier ni hey
that night no around Brekum Golden City Park Stadium ho nyina na
obia so be
na me kra me disciplinary committee na wa mumfa nana kwa me nketi ade ni o mo say ne boni ni say
or attempt so ura match officials no mo dressing room
say enu so e misconduct na
yeah attempt na misconduct and almost say resulting in assault in police officer
no kra na nye just a fine they was say a ban na nkasa for some games na then na coach dey wa ban no 5 games coach no or Bashir for there no almost say or you see abusive words on the match officials and ameboa na any obi a ono so opese break into referees new room no enye the same
resulting in an assault on a police officer police new man
he has to was say a ban no
ebia ma adwin
even goalkeeper ndie oni Bashir for the offense ni the same but goalkeeper no ye ban in 3 games coach ni 5 games and he has have this
so Bashir Hayford there no there's a main fan say enye we ni the first time this season oka omone Aduana no yes ye man no 3,000 fine te bia because of
na kwa me de ne de so if say they found him guilty there he needs to be banned
okay na kwa me de no so we me madwe na me kire say unse Bashir Hayford there and as player na coach no o bane na ebenya nsunsuanso kese e wo team ne so obi say na kwame ball no on mobi on tena bench enti instead of say o de be bane no ka o de ye fine so o ka say o de memfan say wa bane no from coming to the stadium na wa ma stadium ho a en hye de nye nsunsuanso kese e wo team ne so punishing so
the next game no oduru one say ne de wo de ade ko police
internet no ne ye de akọ 2 billion
dabi
nti match or member say team official there o de fine
try so be break into referees room no obe both police officers there oba stadium where safety is not guaranteed
say after that wa
na police ni kura nye safe
or after that no waba matches wo homa safety bia nko so e bia said me there be another make an obo
so after that no wabo other matches so anka hwe antre referees yenya omunyina
there be say yenya na me che say team official there any player there okay so o fine na any say o ka say Bashir Hayford enter Heart of Lions bench 5 matches ebenya effect e wo team ne so pa
entina na kwa me no so I heavy no
but fine no enye kitwa o
200 million ogovi
what the bonne kotua 20,000 de ensheda nye hu mi nua
we betimi abo away match baako
enema wo ye and in the charge sheet no e wo so can question am ebuza ne say final regulation no from say 2019 regulation and you go use the normalization for the mind no and you who say anytime be benya some incident via hostile kakra ana chaotic kakra no first and say about venue no say ana FN no BBC venue be normally say ade breachy
usually I'm say ana hooligans bemwa and a moment ban match venue
no more ban venue no adeɛ na good it is a disciplinary committee ni wie na ɔmo propose sɛ ebi a 3 matches na wabɔ baako dada ne ama otu aka ho yɛka sɛ ebi a 1 match na wabɔ 1 match ano asɛ ɛbɔ awie na ɔkɔ baabi yɛhunu sɛ ebi mu asɛ ɛbɔ 1 match pɛ ɔmo wie ana yasa mɔmɔ kɔ but deɛ na ɛbɛma match day 4 event esi yɛ saa bere na ɛho asotwe ba ama the same person akɔ Venus.
I was also investigating exactly what happened. I better take time.
No, I understand say investigation because so, but even before you be investigate Venue honey man, you did the band tour. And this is an individual or no equal team. Now on match day, bit must have parading around dressing room beam from match day 4, match day 9, and your boy, which means say Brukum Chelsea Moyano. About at least 2 home games after some match, no. I in official capacity. Et mako around the team be must say in Juma. It is a or you're not going to say DSC, no. Or better talk or so you be more. A chesa cobeye, as I beam and son as I bring a ruling we aba. And make sometimes on my son, nay, Yaman, I say, I'm sure so be me. Don't say ruling be a. Na ese ba na ebusa ache last season ena kotokoko committee no ho bi kotoko de na ba no de no ta ho because I'm sure na has ye they knew say kotoko de na ba pa for ebusa questions about the previous one no eti kotoko fine na ba na no mo charge na ba no ena the other one na ache pa na no fie na tare ho bae
House of Folk ne Dreams FC
Kumasi yeah good yeah to oya sa Kofi Annan de mechanize say at match day 4 na de ni see ye bob match day 9 wi afa na nkrofo charge e beba nti no e say de obi de ka ho ana
say na Kanu ka say we no investigation o say koso ya try ya charge o ya no we ya no e o say investigation koso so na e bia finally omo aba bedru aha
you know that and now boss Dr. Ogum say fatigue I shall say affected players a bit my blame results no say a break akra we players no parking so na who break akra
yes
no na Kofi Labi or parking so if he's one better person to answer this question Dr. Ogum enchiremu yi uso mu saying
oh say okase na break akra wo ho a obetiase because of journey no from Kumasi to Enyinase to Accra and back to Obuasi inti obetiase but I don't want to accept that excuse because I don't think say sa ade nti na ma Kotoko lusu game no Kanu wa follow Kotoko matches e wo Obuasi throughout the season ebepim sa abre no it was just a matter of time and Kotoko be sha ase a draw and I won't be lose matches if somebody mona improve here. So what I say, and before this game, me can have say Kotoko home near winning and a 1. And it's only to me. We need this game. They need to score more than 2 goals. So not throughout the season to me. And the only time a team be abo Obuasia now was before the Lions game. No, Obuasi Apostles. That game Kotoko draw 1-1. Until you cannot use that game when okay say Lions die and I say muko Enyinase na muko Nkran na ba to Obuasi na wabra time among young Apostles say boy na Kotoko struggle especially in the second half no so against Inswatreman FC in the second half na Kotoko struggle okay opokunti start camp Kotoko players ne bre hu no after I think match day
Apostles yeah
yes and no sha say ka ho asem even against Samatex Obuasi second half Samatex dominated inti all the games na Kotoko abo ni nyina no na make
dominated the second half
yes inti ube you see Lions die nkwa de be excuse na eya it say who pe window bi adwane afam the truth of the matter is Kotoko they need to improve from say team na ankasa no omo ana omo ko Obuasi omo ye supporters omo ko Obuasi omo bedi nukure ne de omo nim se na Kotoko hye de nanso so ball na ana omo bɔ no opponent ebo Makotoko ho kire ne pa especially second half enti media nam nim say se kotokwa improve a saa de we enche ebesi enti saa defeat no because Lions or say one goal pe or say one goal enti what that means ni say Kotoko failed to score a goal no and a dinku go na but this saa de we nam kwa mu ba enti memo onfa enyina se trip to Accra and back to Obuasi no embeye excuse he needs to
Osei we ejuma as a media person and I'm not sure say when you technical training be for coaching
not formally
not formally very good ahead of the game yesterday asembe ne kan wa ha and reflect to game no in the discussion me the mekan any the feel abi kan nyina akosi so say Kotoko apeke omo points no at home because they score even in the drawn game no they scored and omo nya a point omo anhye gwa nkomo lose game no and opponent a obehia no bet ma prevent you from scoring onu hye go a asembesi. And I said it here yesterday, say the first time Kotoko ball against an experienced striker onim league no abo kakra the young apostle striker na formerly Lomote defense ni goalkeepers na too superior a opponent na blast chances away chances are any good team bia no a obet ma ha obet de beto net team mokai mamenkai mo baako mokai the second chance na young apostle nyanti a Kotoko after almost share 1-0 almost an empty net player na born na anim so or compose and or the composure no and or experience ye diabo league na mebusa na a young player omde free yi ba ni bia se Ekoto Lomote ni ma bia nka ye 2-0 sada no ansa na Kotoko adwene come back these young boys are in Suatrema ye changes the omba game no how omo take method no from Kotoko the chances omo creating that day no edit Kotoko no se no mo a striker bia owo din kakra no abobo no kakra no wo the composure na bia nkaka ne ene ewie ya na Eric Alaji Dede na ne buafu no ho 1 refi no and 2 ono ani players no site inexperience kakra omo side but on na ne displeasure kese pa for the referees na dwen say omo kan obi na Kotoko entman wini against Samatex Kotoko won the game by a goal but me sure say Kofi be kai sa chance bi am no discuss wa ha when Samatex player indecision na ko bet ma punish Kotoko ama 2 points ehwe egu ho I'm not saying say chance bi a obi be create a Kotoko bi a say of course Kotoko na team nyan chances are omonso ebobigu and in a game of football it is expected say and you're likely so bit more convert 100% of your chances in the good team even Erling Haaland ebobi to go now the game omulusu here close range or hide the ball goalkeeper save abetono or boy na kubopo na fan chen but teams ni bi o ha omo na left Kotoko off the hook entina most of the points no omo grind here in games na is so difficult for them a manager biana no obebo and na make a year some about Rayford say in terms of the technical balance obe ahead of them in terms of the attacking play strikers na we anymore no Kotoko players no enye experience too omo Lions no it yabekwa kugina how Mayfield no any chances are obe convert and then no munya baako etimi hold Kotoko from scoring Kotoko drop 3 points ni nyina ho Kotoko have scored in every game omabo home except in radio no enya sa and then no so no lose 3 points ni nyina so it was always going to come
all right
it was expected say that could be a better form say Kotoko enya no go no and when ya all hope that opponent no so nya ansa no wonya go but I warned them here yesterday say Tima dreams are struggling though but she too tiano okoshe baako ewa aduana one Mediama even though ono anhye but prevented Mediama from putting a ball into their net and okoje baako ewa Karela So it is a resource. Ogum should sit back. The last 9 available points, Kotoko pick 1 over 9. Essence be anywhere see a bit me their pass it. Omo draw. Oh, I understand. Get 3 games
in your ball.
Okobo.
Can see in the last 3 games 9 points.
What draw the parameters from the last 3 games?
Me kind of parameters. League in here starting.
Yeah, 3 matches. Sekotoko penny for take decision on Oguma. Omo go hear the first 3 matches and the first 4 matches. Omo hear the last 3 matches.
Until na area ya show be last 3 matches there. Ayede.
Obiawan.
Say league na some
say scandi no ye ni submission and was set it na yi.
Okay.
Enti
if the powers be want to call the shot on Omuku che Okotokwa. Omo fa honey dreams yi ball abo. And fa honey dreams points
away. Na ya ball league ya ball saying how many 9 games. Na u team either third. Only the other first in difference saying 4 points.
4.
Na obekam no offenso
stadium ni no. Oh okay.
Edian Dason no.
Kamel Mohammed Arena.
Yeah. Sure. Oh, and other mami go no Eugene the time mami go no. Enra
munyina mo share on. Say Scandi win.
Scandi Enra be kwa heroes.
Enra go bia Nketia Emmanuel Nketia Shema Kim Faisa no. Kanu potentially I was saying ya goal of the season wo Ghana ha. Ye more season named there be both Premier bibia. Look at the goal.
Premier League centers.
Open you go na. Oh, there be as a Kanu who go.
Make a pitch near that we and tuba. But pitch there tuba.
Omu dressing room no. Omu dressing room no. Me nya sure say bi wo Ghana ha. Omu dressing room no. Me sure see both Premier
there be wako TNA dressing room.
Oh, say TNA dear open
you Ghana.
Ona stadiums na no
my da na say wow okay my piazza but omu dressing the Kanu.
Come on.
And a nice game I will fin so. Nice game I will fin so. But o there time ninti. But Enra it was a nice game.
But Invesa Park.
Sure.
And they 1-1.
1-1. Nice game.
And Bekwa Heroes losing 2-0.
Future Stars.
Sure.
But omu go no they take no. Me for me
if you want
me blame line 2 no. And even 2 teams in our kind. So we say officiating there then ya ebi be come
one you hear who could video.
Yeah, me cry guy even kucha. Guy be supporter be
good offside
clear offside
clear
offside na enu echi line 2 no yes o Kumasi ayo ye catch them young for ni bia ya promote omu to the premier no ye friend no Awasabi Joseph Tay ya promote to premier
am promote to be about
catch them young near promote to premier and I learned said this is in the first game. Enra after this goal Kanu there was one bobby who said Jama for no and also a clear offside one page and a flag omo boy ya ball ni say send me can officiating Enra there was
team no clubhouse no
clubhouse no.
Wow.
There was an incident BSC ka referee bit me age penalty am park for no
and also wanye
and there were say say na me case complaints here yenso e be there were 50-50 balls be drew baby na yin no jema park and no e ka ball e be but generally line 2 no for me the intentions were clear.
Wow. Catch them young aduma mu de o maye ni ana
and I make idea yem pardon they say bia in the first game young guy in the first game so na tension match and no offense so Kanu na nyagro game so the standard no was so pa na standard no so it was a nice game so we be park akwakonya a draw enye easy game a nice game pa
in division 1 crazy people are interested say or center be but results from other center And I
say take lead no penny frame ya me hunti later na
that time they down by
but
2.
go with it clearly you could see that or more equalizer.
And I supporters here the core game no more do so change. Omo ba ho so mbe or more future stars. Yes, so
they are away from supporters.
Yeah, we know your corp. Now, me who be that? Awa be a mode will give them.
Some of them more be quiet to address so say.
Na so no what just so aba ba. What they are game or. I post in our dressing room the side. Also my concrete stand over the other side. Dressing room the top. Your supporters know. Yeah, na you goalkeeper da ho. And yeah, the drums come more drumming. But police personnel best stop you say yeah, I'm far banning from the Pamir supporters in every stadium. You won't be that. Say goalkeeper be complaining. I should be a goalkeeper and complain because you put a chia and here sound. Say home team the goalkeeper no wa. Obed Makase be yeah the stable no. But somehow they forced us to move the drums from the stadium.
From the stadium and now to a
from
different
the stadium
location.
Almost on me a mokra.
I'm watching your stadium.
And everyone says policemen
you were banned on drumming and dancing and
but I must say sir, in the game now you lose you know. We cannot blame it on the referees.
I like it when people are so frank about it.
We lost it to 2.
For instance, Obi Tisa was say so Koba no be soon referee and say we an pa. Onya Koba na osu referee pe na umpire we no. Because only team channel no akwachi referee.
No done as.
Omutimi rusu no abeka say referee no ye odi match
and I say referee ye we me kochiano. Okay, me chiano.
There's a child oya there.
Oh, and they say me chai. It's say crowd they can.
Yeah, I say no be able no afa form. Future say no winning match. Yeah, never born no share dwarfs. No be share FA Cup. Is it dwarfs ni mum so no. Dwarfs ni mum etifi.
Akosha away.
Ama All Stars akoshe no.
No. All Stars
so All Stars tifia ama
dance park
dwarfs akoshe no.
Yeah.
And after All Blacks yeah game dwarfs.
Okay.
After
All Stars.
After say All Stars you be call All Blacks.
Okay.
Ni ababe
dwarfs.
Dwarfs.
Yeah, Kaba with 12 no.
Yasabo Rose Park. E wo home.
Ma cooking face.
Yeah, about 2 ma. Debi.
Then give away chile with 12.
All right, birthdays kakra yen fan sorry. And now the birthday of Nana Abna Sika Award Germany. One our secretary, Unity and Harmony International Club. Na club no ekuno emunipa empenimfo ne members e wom nyina. Nana Yao Sikani and our president Mama Florence and the entire members of Harmony International Club. Omunyina say sister Benoma happy birthday. Tinyami shira papa muso omodo pa Nana Abna Sika Award Germany. Nyami shira happy birthday big sis. Now the birthday of Reina Ousu Kakari. Every Mr. and Mrs. KK, wow for Hona Ba, almost happy birthday. I mean, shall be brave. Reina. Nidini Reina, Pepe Reina, Dini Binono. Pepe Reina, yes. Yanko Punshao. Saranson, yes, celebrity Stephanie and Enumre on the occasion of a birthday. And wherever I would see and free beer, Stephanie, you're happy birthday. I mean, shall be brave from 80, also my happy birthday. And birthday greetings edi ho kwama Abdul Wahid and I would from Sheikh Ibrahim also my happy birthday Nyami shall be brave. And I feel last but not the least Courage a free entry and I would from 80 also my happy birthday chama Yankopon Shapa
using batch with me na me am a colleague Baba Romeo of ABN Angel Broadcasting Company na also my birthday wish. And for my yonko brebo pa na mami reading and said what you say happy blessed birthday to my dearest ever in my life Miss Dora Eji inside Sepase Besiase. May the Almighty God continue to bless her on this special day for me. I really love you. From Nanansia aka One Man our Germany Duisburg. And I say, yeah, this birthday, and far, mano, until far away in Germany, Miss Dora Ej, oh, Ghana ha, se passe, and yeah, we show happy birthday. Me and me Baba Romeo, famous Baba Romeo, and so at the and yeah, we at the amount.
All
and
right.
a very nice and beautiful Dora and the die screen also. The colors and also much come up. Beautiful girl, happy birthday.
All right. Yeah, the see her. Na ya chair diaspora phone nyina.
Yeah, diaspora phone.
Once and squad no the voice note be by Bright Usu. At the point also on T and cow YouTube by you correct no. I must say umunya biti and don't want say it will be say for your time. Nyanko point out diaspora phone say big go say and a share fire na see you. Kotoko for in our modi and I think he made a very good point. Very good point. So very good point, especially when it comes to issues of the almost different operation.
Operation.
I think people are.
God.
No, like unze no can say. Yes, or you're against it too, but it's against the facts that we're discussing in public. Say we say yeah, kwa operation, you operation, we say operation. Now they be an operation. Nipa no so ba no. I was all done so because me say most of operations go ni operation crop. So what you say? Enti some of these talks no dey Kenya behind the scenes. Na mo nyamo nyama wo ho, but na mo like coaches ne players no so here concentration. So they be operation ne obi nga so mo operation na we munya yo dan bi. Then the mom results there, why not?
But where sir
obeso o chese enye nkomo a yidi na chire.
Sure.
So
where sir kwa na coaches need too happy about it. Say obe win game be win no. Na our the minds of a man for say as a operation sembi in a winning game no at the man no. But diaspora for nyame adom on the commentary on Betienka.
Very good.
So mo won nipa krom be so mo che mo wo fi a omo no me about
greetings from abroad.
But me say we dey man break protocol. Eugene we nyasa nipa no be chimare. Me aminua Abigail Asamoah Mrs. Mo St Benedict Basic School wo Moro Market down honom na me ankasa me offer eban no. Na ose me man happy birthday from her husband Mr. Samoa ene wo ma no ene wo staff na wakoto mo e wo St Benedict ni nyina me aminua Oliver ene Madam Millicent mu nyina so etechi happy birthday sister nyami shao mamponi di shepa kontunji.
All right, ebe shi achina.